And welcome to the Rideshare Garage. It is Wednesday night, folks, and we are live from the East Coast to the Middle Coast, all the way out to the West Coast. We are bringing you the Rideshare Garage. Up tonight, so far on the panel, we got myself, Vinny Cuz, next to me in the fancy office. And I know y'all don't realize this, but Nick and Sergio, they live together. You can tell by the view of the pool, they both are in the same. They're sharing the same YouTube studio. So I want to say, hey, what's popping? Below him, hey, we got Brandon, the Chicago. What is he this week? The Chicago Lux driver, aka the Escalade God. Okay, we got Brandon there.
I take offense to him calling him that. No.
Anyone else in this panel have an Escalade?
We've already
Anyone else in this
offended
panel have an
Omar.
Escalade?
What the hell? Here's a shocker. We've offended Omar 30 seconds in. Oh, my God. Okay. Next to the Escalade God that's offending Omar, we've got the Driven Dad who is on a ride. And yes, folks, I am not making this up. The Driven Dad from Colorado is on an Uber Green ride with a rider named Puff. I'm going to leave you to your own devices to figure out how that's going to go. Below the Puff Daddy, we've got Omar, Drive By O. And then next to him, we got the unbroken driver, better known as. If you don't know, now you know.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll start with Nick. Nick, what's going on, buddy? How we doing tonight?
What's up, everybody? What's up, Vinny? I'm doing okay. This week was a little bit slower. And yeah, I'm having issues with Amazon. So if you do Amazon Flex, you basically know that anytime you don't deliver a package, it counts against you. So dog could have chased you. I don't know, the weather. It could have been a tornado outside. But whatever the case is, it counts against you. So I got a couple of packages that counted against me. Again, it's just being, delivering to businesses early in the morning. So you take them back to the station. And yeah, so those counted against me and it dropped my rating. So because of my lower rating, I haven't been able to get the Amazon Flex shifts. So I've been doing a little bit more ride share. And yeah, it's not, trying to make it. But this week has been a little bit slow.
All right, we will. We definitely want to hear more about that. Also, you're gonna have to turn up your mic a little bit there. You're like the gentle giant tonight. So, and like I said, we already talked to Tony. Tony's out on a ride. He'll join us soon. Brandon, what's popping with you, man? You're the Escalade God now, huh? Is that where we're at?
I'm
back to bed or what?
So I decided that, if I'm going to pursue driving as a career, because I've been doing this longer than a year, that, I need to find a way to get out of being dependent on Uber and Lyft. And for me, the only way to do that is to do private rides in a sedan or a truck. And, I could do it in an Escalade. I could do it in an Escalade, which is what I'm doing. I can do it in a expedition, but as far as private clients are concerned, if they're going to choose between an expedition and an Escalade driver, they're going to go with the Escalade 9 times out of 10. So, I'm paying more to have more chances to be able to get more private clients. Now, I'm not, so far I'm doing good, but, I'm gonna go through with this until I go completely broke or I succeed, because the situation on Uber and Lyft here in Chicago is just gonna get worse, because as more people get livery plates, because now there's essentially no limit, I have to become less and less dependent on it. So this is pretty much my only way to be able to continue doing this.
Well, you know what? When we get into tonight's leadoff topic, more so than you know, my friend, more so than you know. All right, I'm catching up with everybody in the chat. Everybody in the chat, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Next to him, Mr. Omar, the broke ass Rideshare Garage driver. My guy, I'm telling you, if Omar and I We could do our own Crossfire. Fuck that phony shit off the West Coast. Boy, if Omar and I ever went into a Crossfire type of conversation, it would absolutely be popcorn and champagne. What's going on, O?
But y'all do it every day on the road.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. It would be an awesome show.
Or
Yeah,
just do it
so-
live in
It
person.
wouldn't have nothing to do, and it would have nothing to do with rideshare. Trust me on that one.
Just do it
Yeah.
live in person.
It's to say that I put this on our Discord. I said to say that it's slow is an understatement, like a serious understatement. So that's number one. And number two, I'm starting to realize the purpose of this show. It's not for all of you guys out there struggling with us. Nope. It is to stroke our egos. All of us just stroke our egos. Everybody, everywhere. This show, man, is just wild. And then the after show is even more wild. You know what? Are you not entertained? That's what I have to say. Here you go.
Are you not entertained?
Oh man,
I would say
because rideshare sucks. By the way, but we're not talking about that.
all right. Okay. We're gonna slam into from that. I mean, bro, hard act to follow. Steven, what's popping, buddy? How we doing out there? I guess I'll unmute him. Somehow he got muted. There you go.
I got it. Is it open?
You're open now, sir.
I'm okay. I'm open. What's it called?
Fine.
Another love like mine. Anyway,
Another love like mine.
my market still things are slow. I mean, I expected it through January. That's what happened last year. Like Omar said, this is a little different because of how many people are coming into this space, either because they don't have anything else or they feel like it's going to give them freedom. But the market is, at least in my experience, extremely saturated. I'm seeing more Teslas that aren't even black Tesla Model Y out driving for Uber and Lyft, more so than I've ever seen before. So it's just people are just throwing their hat into the game to see what they can get out of it, but it's also bringing down the prices on rides. When they do come in, they're coming in low, if they're coming in at all. And I also noticed today we got some changes to Uber, at least over here in California on my app. I have a new tone now, apparently, and they're limiting how many rides they're showing on the ride radar down to 1 when you're moving in the vehicle. So interesting change. It makes sense if to lower distraction, but the fact that you're popping up a ride at all is still distracting.
Yeah.
It's like so.
Without question, when I was that first ride I took today, that reserved ride, the 1-star guy I got today, right? As I'm getting ready to pull into his spot, and that's when that second ride came through, and all of a sudden now I'm trying to make a turn, frustrated with this banana head in my back seat, and now trying to see where this ride is going on top of trying to pop up on top of my GPS. Like, not cool, Uber. Not cool, Uber. Not cool, Uber.
And
Especially
to
in the last-
add to that, Vinny and Steven, right? The new feature, I don't know if you guys have ever even seen it or used it, where you can like report something on the map. I tried doing it, but then I realized, or it instructs you that you can only do it while on a ride. The last thing I want to be doing while on a ride is fucking with my phone. Come on, with a passenger in the car.
It's so hypocritical. But you know what? When I first heard of it, it made a lot of sense. I mean, because I do it with Waze all the time. Social traffic, knowing what's going on socially when it comes to traffic makes perfect sense. But I agree with.
You're alone in your car, though. That's the thing, Steven, versus having a passenger in the car. You know, get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree with that. I'm saying the part that bothers me about it's just like Jeff said. He said, so you want me to give you even more help for all of your drivers to do better driving when you're not going to pay me any more money in order for me to do this? How does that make any sense? Why would I support that? And when he said that, I was like, that's 100% true. How am I going to go and improve traffic for your drivers and put the effort in and the hassle in when you're not even going to pay me fairly for the rides that I'm taking? Forget that.
And bro, let me tell you something. There's a lot of states like Florida. Like if you get caught fumbling with that phone while you're driving,
Mm-hmm.
we all know they can pull you over for whatever the hell reason
they want.
Okay. And if you think not, you can sit there and Fourth Amendment, Fifth Amendment, 10th Amendment, all you fucking want. You see them berries come on behind you, you're pulling your bitch ass over. Okay. It's either that or you're going to jail, one or the other.
Yeah.
So yeah, I hear you there. Thomas.
What's up, brother?
Counting Tom.
Right. What's going on, man? I've been all right. Getting ready to get these cars ready for rideshare and food delivery. Because y'all know on Super Bowl Sunday be my last day at Pizza Hut because they're going to ask the rest of us drivers right after that.
Didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. My store. It's not nothing in the city. It's just my store. They're cutting the drivers after Super Bowl Sunday. Which,
hey, Thomas, I'm coming up. I'm bringing a dozen. I'm bringing a dozen little white ones. We're gonna drive by with toilet paper and eggs.
They're doing that right? because of the pay raise hike.
Pink. Yep. No, he's in Tampa, Brandon. Yeah. He's not in California. He's in Tampa.
Oh shit. Oh damn. Okay.
Yeah.
That's why I said I'm bringing the little white ones and some toilet paper. We're gonna bang.
Right. So just prepping that, getting ready for that, and then I've been like how Vinny been doing push-ups. I've been hitting the treadmill, doing 7-mile walks. This is like the 6th day in a row. So this is why Vinny don't get none of my Twitter stuff because I've been too busy walking.
That's all right. Eddie's getting me in trouble now. Eddie and Kyle from Gig With It are getting me in trouble now.
Dude, and it just so happened before I got on, I was strolling through Twitter. Why? Uh-oh. And we always say this about people who take rides and food. If it ain't profitable, don't take it. This guy brings the food, went up to the Ring camera, smashes up the food, throws it, and tells the guy, I got a DoorDash for broke boy. And the tip is, if you ain't got enough money to order food, don't order food. And walked off.
Damn.
I was like, yeah, people getting a little too comfortable for my taste. Going like that.
Well, I mean, hey, listen, ain't nobody being held accountable for anything either anymore. So yeah, I mean, I get it. I get it. All right. So listen, I want to jump into the topic right off the rip. And that makes that what you just said, Thomas, is actually a pretty good lead in a way, because I'm going to be listen. I'm as transparent as they come. Mm-hmm. I did not read the Biden DOJ new rule law that they would like to implement. Okay, I did not read it. I listened to enough YouTubers talk about it on both sides.
Okay,
to come to this conclusion: ain't shit gonna change.
Has it ever?
No, but ain't shit gonna change, and I'm gonna tell you my reason why I think ain't shit gonna change. And I could be completely off. I've been wrong once or twice. Mm-hmm. Not as much as my buddy Richie Berger, who's never wrong, but I've been wrong once or twice. Mm-hmm. Okay. Y'all realize the more that they argue and fuss and fight back and forth, the longer it takes for anything to change. Mm-hmm. Case in point, Minnesota, Minneapolis. They've been fussing and fighting and arguing about the fucking pay raise they want to give to drivers out there. They done went and formed an organization. God bless them. I got nothing wrong with that.
Yep.
They've been fussing and fighting about this shit for about 4 years now. And ain't nothing changed yet. The longer they can fuss and fight and put it on the floor of Congress and put the bills, decline the bills, let's add an amendment. In other words, the longer this shit gets stretched out, the more profit the companies make. The more they bend drivers over and take advantage of drivers. In other words, in my opinion, all they're doing is creating more chaos. And the more chaos that there is, the worse it becomes. Now, this is the part that bothers the shit out of me. And this is where our leadership, drivers' leadership, need to recognize it's a fucking wedge. It's a wedge because you got half the drivers out here want to be freaking employees. They want retirement. They want day paid vacations. They want all this shit on an independent contractor job. They want to be fucking employees because they don't know no better. And then the other half of drivers, which I'm in that camp, I'm in the leave me the fuck alone camp.
Yes.
Let me do what I got to do. If it's not a good ride, I won't take the ride.
Right.
And if it comes to a point where none of this makes sense to me anymore, I will leave it alone. But no, what happens? We got this wedge now again. Now it's another fucking. And here's something. And if Sergio was here, if he shows up tonight, he said something 2 weeks ago on the show. I bet nobody caught it. I bet nobody caught something he said 2 weeks ago when he was referring to the Minneapolis city council. Okay, city council that said all the change that's positive for rideshare is happening in blue cities. That's what he said 2 weeks ago. Now, why am I making that point? Because in blue cities is where all the wedges are. It's where all the fighting happens. It's where we're from the government and we're here to help happen. It's not a political statement. I'm just saying, if you look at cities that do well as a overall whole, right, versus cities that don't do well, bro, I'm telling y'all, bro, it's a wedge. And you got people that are going to drive that wedge as hard as they can for their own personal benefit. I'm not saying Sergio's not driving a wedge. Don't get it twisted. I love Sergio like a brother. But people that he might work for, they ain't got no problem driving a wedge because they get paid from these people. Politicians are paid. Letitia Adams, who brought this up? Eddie brought this up on Monday, right? New York City, Uber and Lyft got to pay $328 million back to the drivers in stolen money. Did you read the article? Uber and Lyft representatives, we are very happy with this outcome to settle for $328 million. If they settled for $328 million, they probably got you for closer to $1 billion.
Right.
But what I would like to know is how much money now has been given to Letitia James, her campaign fund to run for governor again. See, nobody wants to do the real deep dive. I don't want to do it either. I ain't gonna lie, but I ain't stupid.
Right.
So what I'm saying is what I'm suggesting to everybody here, and I really would like it's not about being political. It's just, you got to be careful what you ask for. Because if you want to be an employee, you're going to get treated like an employee. And what happens with employees when times are slow? You get laid off. What did UPS just do yesterday?
Who?
UPS just laid off
12,000. Yeah.
12,000 people got laid off from UPS.
UPS, PayPal, Google,
Microsoft.
Keep coming. Be careful.
Lockheed Martin. I'm like, y'all make weapons. How are y'all laying people off?
That's what them Ukrainians done stole $40 million, but we ain't gonna get into that.
Right.
We're gonna keep a rideshare.
Yeah.
But this is what I'm saying. Now, originally, when New York, and I'm sorry, I'm gonna get off on a tangent here. I ain't trying to do this. When New York originally said, okay, we're gonna limit the amount of drivers in the city within a time, all of a sudden, half the Uber Lyft drivers was out of a job. Now you had to pick a shift. Does everybody remember that? When they had to pick a shift and hope you could get it. When Nick or anybody else on this channel or in the chat, when you guys got to go for Amazon Flex, you got to hope to get a shift.
Yep.
Walmart Spark, you got to hope to get an order.
Yep.
Y'all ain't locked down or locked out as being an employee yet. Where do they lock your ass out? You ain't got no choice.
Right.
So my thing is this, bro. My thing is this. Be careful what you ask for. There are other ways. There are more than one way to skin a cat.
I gotta go, guys.
All right, B. We'll see you in a little.
See you, Brandon.
I guess he got too heavy. Nah, he was on an hourly thing. Anyway, yeah, I'm a little heated. I wanted to get that off my chest because I'm just so sorry.
Hey,
you know what
Vinny.
I'm tired of, guys? Yes, sir.
Puff canceled.
Get the fuck out. Well, maybe I should be getting I might need to step a little bit after this. I need to step after this. Shit.
He was probably puffing.
But I just wanted to on that. That's why I'll lobby to get city councils or any politician in that's against my values, just to benefit something in rideshare, because I am not willing to bend on anything just for an income of rideshare when I my values.
Nick.
Yes, sir.
Can you hear me, Nick?
Yeah, I can. Can you hear me? Is the real
What happened?
question.
What happened with Amazon this week, bro? What did they tell you this week, bro?
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. Every time I go to accept, every time I'm clicking, and I get a offer that I want to take. Yeah, this offer is no longer available. This offer is no longer available.
Mm.
I'm just saying, and you ain't even a fucking employee yet.
No. We're contractors all day long.
You're an independent contractor until these legislators realize the tax benefit and the money that they can get off of us because they don't feel like they're getting enough. I mean, bro, does anybody remember the Boston Tea Party was over 3%? 3%! And we put a nation at war.
Right.
They get this for 63 cents on the dollar right now. Omar, how you feeling about this, buddy?
Well, glad you mentioned the Boston Tea Party, because we're way past that to where we should have removed these people from office by force, but that's a whole different conversation. So regarding Tony, right? Tony got Puff canceled. Oh man, if anybody knows what that reference is from. So yeah, so you said a lot, Vinny, and I have to kind of like I got to think about some of this. I would say that, so but when we were talking about this a little bit last week, and I wanted to say this, but I didn't get a chance to say it, so let me just state it outright, because obviously my viewpoint is very different than everybody else on this panel. Close but different. Agree with Tony on the whole, I don't want to work with somebody if it goes against my values, but I will work with someone who I don't like a Democrat, if it's something that enhances or really gets government out of the way. Like, I'm a big proponent of ending the drug war, so I'll work with a Democrat in Florida if I can get a law or something passed that decriminalizes something that I want, because that benefits everybody and it's forever. So that's a different way of looking at it.
Mhm.
I am wholeheartedly 1000% opposed to the government, to working with government in any way, shape, or form, whether it's Republicans or Democrats, to try and get us a rate card or something or whatever it is. If we get to that point, we're effed. We are completely effed. Whatever the government can give you, they can take away.
Yes, sir.
And the federal minimum wage, which minimum wage itself should be abolished, but again, that's a whole different conversation. Minimum wage is $7.25. The federal minimum wage. You could make the argument that it has not kept up with the cost of living. What do you think? What do you think some federally mandated rate card or whatever it is? I have no idea what this thing is either. Just like Vinny, I guess I have to be a little ignorant here, that I just don't know what the DOJ has proposed or what this administration is proposing that the DOJ do. To begin with, the DOJ is unconstitutional. I mean, yeah, the Department of Labor, DOL, sorry, the Department of Labor is unconstitutional. Yeah, it shouldn't even exist. Labor is between employee and employer or contractor, and whatever the case may be. I don't need a third man in here or a third person in here. Just like what Vinny said, think about the amount of money they can make from you, because again, that's what it always comes down to.
Mhm.
So I don't want anything good for Seattle or any place where it sort of might be working or whatever the case may be, but I'm also hearing that you can't find a ride. There's too many drivers. This, that. People come over from other states. All kinds of things.
Mhm.
When you try to fix one thing, you open the door to unintended consequences. And I'm a huge proponent. It's who I am. It's what I'm about. Leaving it alone. For us to fix things, and I saw a video or I saw a thing from from the other channel. That's I get too many notifications in them that says, "Do passengers care about drivers?" I would say the answer to that is no. But if we ever got passengers to care about drivers, that's where we can make a difference. We talk about the whole strike thing, right? If we could actually work together, we could make a difference. There's a whole couple of different ways in which we could all come together and sort of maybe fix things because it is a partnership. Uber needs us. Well, Uber, Lyft, everybody, they need us. And to a certain degree, I shouldn't say we need them, but we'd like to have them because all of us, it's a convenience. You have insurance and you have the service that connects you with the passenger and the advertising and all that stuff, right? So we can't completely kill Uber and Lyft, even though they're shit companies, the way they operate and the way that they treat us.
The way they
Yeah.
operate, and then the way they treat us. Yeah.
Treat us, yeah. But the bottom line is that cooperation, like if another company could arise and just say, hey, we're going to treat the drivers fair, and this is what the passengers are going to pay, and it's going to be a fair price, and we're just going to get out of the way and take, just this fee is what we're going to take, and that's it. And from that fee that you take, one simple fee, you could do all your book, manipulation that you report. Yeah.
But here you go, Omar. You have a company that could have just done that.
Yes, I know what you're getting at, and they sucked and they failed at it. They really dropped the ball on it.
Right?
So.
Well, InDrive could have came in, set the rates a little higher for the driver.
Yes.
Kept the rates the same price for the riders to be competitive with the other two companies. But you know why it never happens? Because of greed and because they can. You know the old cliche, right? Everybody knows the old cliche. Just because you can doesn't mean you should.
So I just want to say, and I want to let other people speak because I should be writing down my thoughts because again, you said a number of things, Vinny, and I'm just kind of like scratching my head to address all those points. I just want to say that I don't like to just ramble on or be upset without presenting a solution. I feel like it's really important that whenever you're upset about something, you've got to present a solution. And my solution is that we all got to work together more. And with all the technology that we have to communicate, why are we not doing it? And we have to put aside our differences because I'm noticing that there are differences, even amongst all of us. If we were to have like a political show, then we definitely have some differences. But you know what? One thing that brings us together, and that's the one thing that can always unite us, is this thing right here.
Yep.
So while we may have differences, we all are united in how we feel and that we want to stay independent and we want to be compensated better and treated better, right? Mm-hmm. So yeah, if we can agree on that, I'm telling you, that's we can go. That's what gives me the belief and hope that for humanity, and why I'm a big proponent of less government, as least amount of government as possible, in all things, especially when it comes to commerce. That's what we're talking about. I want to be able to do my thing. I want to be able to make whatever money I want to make, and do what I want to do, as long as I don't hurt anybody. And this is, gig work. I want to be able to do gig work and be treated fairly and do the whole thing fairly, and not have somebody get in the way and tell me what the rules are. Because now, when you have someone like any government,
let me sum it up like this, Omar. What you're saying is if the government gets involved and they regulate, we'll just might as well just put taxi signs on top of our cars.
Yeah,
that's what we're going to be.
Yeah, and not just that. Again, whenever you say, okay, now something needs to change, you said it best, Rennie. Actually, so this is the last point I want to make. It's a good thing that things take a long time to change. That was the one thing the founders were thinking about when they wrote the Constitution, was to limit the scope, the size and scope of government, because you can't just have things change with the flow of the wind, because then you do get chaos. You need to have discussions 100%. And level-minded thinking about actual legislation when you actually do need a law, so that it's fair for everybody. And so I'm telling you, if we get some sort of legislation that benefits us, wait till we need to change it. Oh,
yeah, right.
What am I getting from this? What that's going to be what the legislators say to you.
All right. So for Stephen and Thomas, let me ask you this question on this: do you think right now, do you think, in the grand big picture, the big poobah picture, if you had to say, well, I want so and so, so and so, and so and so to go sit in front of Dara and Risha and hammer out a deal, who would you suggest should be the so and so, the so and so, and the so and so? In other words, do you recognize anybody in the rideshare community as a true and honest leader for all drivers?
That's a good question.
No, I don't.
Nope. Because I pay my own bills. I'm sorry.
Right.
And when you ask that question, so Omar says, and this is why I asked the question, and then you guys can come on back at me at what I brought up. But the reason why I asked the question is because Omar says, well, we know we can come here, right, and we can have an honest debate without getting all well, we might get a little pissy, but at the end of the day, we're gonna sit there and we're gonna grab each other's ass and be like, yo, what up, dog? Yeah, we good, right?
Like I said, stroke egos, baby. We're gonna stroke the ego.
Yeah.
Like
right? But that's the issue. We don't have true leadership. So Marvin earlier asked, what do we think about the strike on February 14th?
I don't.
I'm gonna tell you the same thing I've been saying.
I don't think about
We
it.
have no leverage. We have no leadership. Because why don't we have leadership? Because there's too much of a wedge between us drivers amongst ourselves. There's too many factions. There's too many ideas. There's too many people talk out one side of their mouth and do something else out the other side of their head. So, you know, that's all I'm saying there. So, Stephen, what do you think about all that's going on, like legislation and Department of Labor and blah, 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 blah?
I don't. All that stuff that's going on, again, like I said last show, I don't think about those things. I deal with the consequences of what's going on. I don't believe that I have nor want the authority or the position to be able to make changes in it. I understand the value, and but I don't. I'm not a political person, so those things have no bearing to me. I'm thinking about, okay, what move do I need to make in order to circumvent the issues that are either created or take advantage of the benefits that are created at any given time. I think I talked to you about this before. The school district has a union. I can't opt out of the union. It's agreed upon to the state level, you know. So
wait. That's because you guys are not a right to work state, which people always get that jacked up and don't understand what that means. From a 21-year union man, let me tell you real quick what that means. If you live and work in a right to work state, it just means only that you are not obligated to pay any union dues. You can still work a union job, but you are not obligated to pay any union dues. End of discussion, period. That's it. So go ahead, Stephen. I'm sorry.
Right. And so, and I recently was telling some of my coworkers that they could save money because they don't have to pay into those dues. They still have to represent the employees, whether or not they pay into the dues, and you don't get the option to negotiate your own contract. You don't get to walk in and choose how much, you know. So do I think I get paid enough in my position? No. But do I get what I need so that I can do the rest of the stuff that I'm doing? Basically taking advantage of the benefits that I get in this so that I can focus on stuff like doing rideshare or working on pressure washing and stuff like that. Yes, I do. To me, it's a stepping stone. Some people come into it and they look forward to getting the 30-year pension and getting medical. I don't plan on sticking with the district for that long. So again, I make my decisions based off of the circumstances that are. I don't try to change what's going on, and I really don't pay attention to the arguments for either side. Even though I know one side could benefit me this way or that way, I just focus on what is.
Okay. In other words, leave you the hell alone.
I wouldn't say that.
Yep, that's exactly what he just said. Leave me the hell alone. I got me. All right, Thomas, what do you think?
Brother, it's almost as simple as what it is. You see what they give you, and you take what's there. I mean, this ain't the day and age when I was growing up and Clinton was in office, and you got fired from one job and walked across the street and got another job the very next day.
And got another.
No, they made it impossible now because you have to prove that you have the right to work and this and that and the other. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. You just went if one person saw you that you used to work across the street, that got you in the door already. And you just did your little application. Some of the stuff you didn't even have to fill out an application.
Right.
You just
Hey,
did
yeah,
your
you can work for
I-9 and your W-2, and you just kept it pushing.
Yeah.
But times have changed, and just like when times change, as the technology gets better, some things get eliminated, and then some things get created. 2 weeks ago, Vinny was just telling us, we all know, even with the rate that they're giving us now, this still is a job that we could get in and start and make $1,000 within a week if we have to.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's what it is. When I started doing this, it was because I had a day job where I couldn't get a set time when I got off. And this fit in perfectly with that job. And then I just created a living for me and my wife. And now I'm here where I am now. And then, of course, when COVID hit, a lot of stuff crashed out and some opportunities opened because of that. And then now you look at it today, you got all these companies trimming the fat. And then you got other companies that's starting something new. I got an email today from Para asking do they want to work remote for them for their AI system or something like that to do. And then they were saying it start off 20 and out. Out of all my years of working, and I started working at 14. I've never had
late bloomer. You late bloomer.
Hey, I started, and my first job was weed whacking vacant lots. That was my first for the city. That was my first job. Once I got a check for the first time, you couldn't tell me nothing. I ain't stopped working since. I can't even remember the last time I was unemployed. I can't remember. I just been working one job, or I had two, or then at some points I remember I had 3 and I had 4, and then back down to 2. Then I had one that gave overtime every day. I don't remember. All I know is I look at what life gives. What's the frame of mind? What's going on? You know, because Omar says when you create something or if you change something, it's going to affect something else.
100%.
What that effect is, that's I explained to you guys that X factor. We never know. It could be something good or it could be something terrible.
Well,
but we take those hits and we change to go along with it. You know, because we've been hearing this from the time in the 80s. If you don't change with the times will leave you behind.
Here's the thing, right? And this is what I mean by we've been, you know, Uber and Lyft now, they've been around what, 10, 12, 14 years, whatever it is, right? 10, 12 years, right? If there was ever going to be a smackdown on these apps, it would have happened when Travis Kalanick got cussed out by that driver in that video that went viral with 100 million views.
Right.
If change was going to happen on the side of public opinion, it would have happened then. Case in point, when Travis Kalanick and Uber at that time, that current iteration, right, when they had all the sexual assault shit going on, right? Everybody went to delete Uber, right? Remember that, the delete Uber app? Remember that big movement? The fuck did Uber do? paid their drivers more,
Yep.
gave more discounts, and gained market share. Lyft didn't do shit to dent Uber when Uber was at its lowest.
Yep.
Its lowest, Joe. So what makes you think shit's gonna happen now?
Nope.
To Marvin, my opinion still stands as it did last week, and it did last year, and it did 3 years ago. I don't listen. If somebody wants to go out and protest next week or on the 14th, God bless you. Do your thing.
I'm just gonna come right behind you with my shovel.
If you don't want to drive and low key support the protest, I got no problem there either. If you want to go drive and make the money on a Wednesday, on Valentine's Day, which is a made up fucking holiday anyway, on a Wednesday, God bless you.
Yeah.
Make a difference, but you have no leverage. Understand that's one day that unless everybody did it, it's not going to make a difference. So do what your heart says for you to do. And me, well, I already told you, I'll be right here on Valentine's Day. I'll be showing love on the channel. We got a podcast.
I just want to say I love what Thomas had to say there at the end, and I'm kind of in the same boat. Like, this is actually the first time for the last couple of years now that I've been like technically unemployed. Because I started working. I'm definitely a late bloomer. I started working at 15 or 16 and making like $5 something an hour or whatever it is. And I quit my job and I called my boss and threatened not to come back until I got a pay raise. And I did get a pay raise. They were like, all right. We need you. So it's first time I got that money, I said, oh shit.
Yeah.
And then the first time you worked over 40 time and a half.
Yes. Oh shit.
And I had my own car.
Oh.
You couldn't tell me nothing at that, because I'm one of those people that didn't have like. I'm not saying I had a bad upbringing. It's just that like my parents were trying to make deals with me, and I was like, "F that." I've always had an issue with authority, so I was like, "Nah, F that."
No,
I'm making money. I'm making money here.
I
can go buy my own. I could go buy my own sneakers. I could go buy my own video games. I could go buy like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what?
It makes so much sense now.
Problems with authority.
Shit.
Yeah.
I'm like you, Thomas. I'm like, I said, you know what? I'm out. I moved out when I was 18. I would have moved out sooner, but then before I actually did move out, I said to myself, ooh, the grass might not be greener on the other side. Let me take a chill pill here for just a moment.
Real quick, MBU, I am not having that issue. I just turned on my app. My trips are not paused. Sometimes you get a bad signal. Sometimes you got to restart.
Yeah.
Your cache might be jacked up, or the internet might have got crossed up. Try restarting your phone and see if that works for you.
Yeah. I'm sad I just turned on my app and looked at that airport queue.
Also, MBU, if you got an iPhone and you had it on Wi-Fi, you might want to have to go to your settings to turn off the Wi-Fi and let your data work. Because that happened to me a lot too. I had it running with the Wi-Fi. Yeah, and the phone was trying to find a Wi-Fi signal. I was like,
yeah, if you're in between the two, definitely turn off your Wi-Fi.
Yeah, turn that off.
Hey, SB says to keep Uber from pausing trips, just open and be online with Lyft.
So I just wanted to add this. So I know, so you guys are kind of like late bloomers in that aspect. I'm a late bloomer too. But
I started at 12. I was shucking ice at the DAV flea market at 12 years old. Shucking ice for $25 a day. I don't want to hear that shit. I wasn't no late.
$25 a day.
$25 a day, bro.
And we looking at, and I'm looking at pings that pay me $50 an hour and going, no.
Nope.
And I had to ride my bike.
At 18.
Wait. I had to ride my bike from Cara City to Hialeah. Okay, if you know where Cara City is, and you know where Hialeah is, I had to ride that bike to the DAV flea market on 47th Avenue to shuck ice in the concession stands. Yes, sir. Go ahead, Nick.
Yep.
Damn. I don't have stories like that. But I can say, like, once I started working and kind of got myself there, I remember being I remember looking at waiting for the 1st and the 15th or the 10th and the 25th, waiting for those paychecks. Because, we all know our paydays. If you don't know nothing else, you may not know the holiday, but you know when you get paid.
Right.
Oh, it's the 10th. I know I'm going to get paid. I'm waiting for that paycheck. And for me, when I started doing Uber, it was like a complete, it was like freedom. You know what I'm saying? Because it was just like, I don't have to wait until the 10th. I don't have to wait. I don't have to pile all my bills, try to make sure that they come out right on the 10th or right. I can have my bills on any day because I know I could just go out there and work. You know what I'm saying? I could get whatever I needed. And that instant payout is almost like a drug. So for me, when I look at the concept of the government stepping in, how Benny was saying, once you're an employee, that freedom is going to go. That's the biggest reason why I would believe to do Uber. It's not necessarily because of the great rates. It's not necessarily because of, you get to use your car. It's because of the freedom. Being able to say, you know what? It's right now, it's 9:47 p.m. I could have slept the whole day. You know what? I'm going to go online. And I'm going to go take some rides. Some money. You know what? Nah. I'm going to wait a couple hours. I'm going to get up at 2, And I know everybody's market is different, but I'm just saying the biggest thing. And I know without a shadow of a doubt, and a lot of people know this, if the government steps in and we become employees, as an employee, you have to clock in and clock out. You can't tell me you can't. There's no employee that doesn't have to clock in and clock out because your company has to keep track of your hours. You see how saturated, I live in the Miami market, South Florida. We're saturated as it is. How are they going to divvy out those times? Let's just be honest. How are they going to divvy out all of these drivers that we just in the Miami market? All of the drivers that we have.
I tell you how they're going to get rid of them, Nick. They're going to start with those 3% acceptance rates, 10% acceptance rates, 20% acceptance rates. Those are going to be the first guys gone. Those 100% acceptance rates, those 98% acceptance rates, they're going to be given the prime time hours. Because once you mandate and regulate based on performance as an employee, because remember, Civil Rights Act, you can't discriminate. It's got to be merit-based. Supposedly, it used to be merit-based.
Right.
Now you bring in all the DEI shit. Now you got a whole nother ball of wax you got to play with. Be careful what you ask for. Go ahead.
I have a question, and I just thought about this right now, and maybe I could research it. Does the Department of Labor regulate any industry pay? I know they regulate working conditions, OSHA and things of that nature, and that kind of thing.
Department of Labor doesn't regulate OSHA.
Okay, I'm conflating the two, but with their safety regs about how things have to be done and how things have to stop if there's an emergency or whatever, whatever the case may be. But and the Department of Labor, I guess probably from them is where like overtime came from. But they're not regulating. They're not regulating how much you make. I mean, what I'm trying to get at is, this is like some kind of a groundbreaking thing here. I mean, as an independent contractor, you're telling me this is what my rate is going to be. Like, this is what you're going to put a cap on earnings, like an employee.
Exactly.
And like, let's say, like, we got roofers here in Florida. They have regulations and different codes they have to follow, but nothing to do with what they can earn. There may be caps on what they can charge. It's like, hey, only so much based on the insurance policy of the homeowner, or whatever the case may be. But they're not saying what, they're not telling you here, this is how much money you're allowed to earn. I mean, think about it. My bills are not the same as Nick's bills or as fucking Vinny's bills or as Thomas's bills or Steven's bills. If we all make the same amount of money, man, we all gonna be broke.
Socialism.
Yeah, that's what the Department of Labor wants us to be. Not just us app workers, but all 1099ers to be W2ers.
Yeah, I mean, you can't. I don't know. Someone in the chat, correct me if I'm wrong. I may be wrong. I do know a lot about the government since I am very opposed to
I
it.
would have
So,
voted for you. I would have
but
voted for you. I'm just saying.
you have to know if I'm opposed to something, you have to know how it works in detail so that you can
Yeah.
explain the solution and how to fix it if you get rid of the thing. So because that always scares people. Oh, eliminate this department of. Oh my gosh, that sounds scary. Do you even know what they do? Do you really even know what they do or how it impacts your life or how much money it costs? So what I'm saying is there any industry that is that's where these proposed regulations actually exist? I can't, you have to give this benefit and you have to give that benefit. That's what they're telling Uber and Lyft, and then we have to accept it regardless of whether we like it or not. And like Vinny just said, how are they going to come up with the merit-based thing? Because yeah, if it goes by acceptance, right? Peace out for Omar.
Right. I'm
So,
on that
I
list.
mean,
Well, let me ask you a question.
That's.
I don't
I'm
know
sorry, just add
anybody.
this real quick.
I don't even know how they could get away with it. You can't regulate how much money I can earn as an independent contractor.
Right.
Omar, just to put this out there, I mean, a lot of guys that do food delivery, you all know, the model that they're trying to push on Uber or Lyft is basically what DoorDash does with the whole earn by time and
Damn.
you have to schedule your shift in advance. So if you're used to doing DoorDash, then you already know there's times where you just can't sign on. So what happens if you have bill due? What happens if that's the only time that you really can work? Kind of out of you're kind of
What scares me about all that is when you know of a group of people that drive and you decide to go to their house and slash their tires, break a window. Oh, this will distract this person. Now they can't work. Let me see if I can grab their shift. I mean, I that's the thing that scares me. I'm not saying people will do that, but desperation can make people put aside their principles. So
and,
I
and,
just
and and while I'm thinking about that, because somebody said it in the chat that bots have ruined a lot of apps. Well, all the scamming shit they keep now look, and we know there's some scam shit going on, right? It used to be with Instacart. Now I guess it's happening with Walmart Spark or whatever. I don't know if it's happening in the Amazon world or not, but now you bring that up. Now you're giving the legislators even more ammunition because the companies won't self-regulate. They won't see, you know how you avoid the government getting involved in your shit? Just do right from the beginning.
Right.
Nobody listen. Now I'm gonna be an asshole. Okay.
Go right here. I'm right behind you.
I'm gonna be an asshole right now. I'm just telling you right now in the chat, I'm about to be an asshole.
Isn't that like a statue down there in Florida?
It's gonna be
right
me
on
and
this
Steven.
cave.
It's gonna be me and Steven like this. Okay? Because me and Steven's gonna be like this. Listen, if you're making $1,000 a week driving a car and driving people around, what in the fuck do you have to bitch about?
Right.
Now I'm asking an honest question. Because what was you doing before that when you wasn't making $1,000 a week driving a fucking car around? Now I'm saying this not because I'm just being an adversary for a minute. Because we as drivers got to understand too to get up off our egos a little bit. Right? You got to be honest. Listen, I know it's slow down here. I've been saying it all week. Everybody on the radio, I've been saying I ain't never seen it like this. And I think I told somebody today, dude, the last 3 days, the shit Uber's been sending me, there's no way I'll take those rides. I'm still gonna get my money this week though. Watch, I'll still get over 1,200 now.
Right.
And I ain't off to that great of a start. I still cap 1,200 by Sunday night, bro. So I think at some point, drivers got to have a little ego check too. Okay, drivers got to have a little ego check too. We're not all driving Escalades.
No.
Our names ain't Brandon. Okay, so anyway, I'm done being an asshole now. Go ahead, guys. Show's all yours. Omar, the host. Omar, you are now the host.
I would say that I'll disagree with that last point about about making more than 1,000 a week. That's the whole beauty of what we do. And what attracted me to this was you can make more if you work more. I feel like I'm working more and making less right now. So, I'll just. Steven, did you want to add anything? Does anybody want to add anything to like, I guess, the Department of Labor
Well, I think he
regulation?
just
Or...
kind of agreed with Vinny on that, because what he's saying is people are entitling themselves to making money, and you just said that you can work for it.
What he
So,
said. What he said. I'm going back in timeout.
trying to make himself look like a superhero here over here,
Right.
like Ant-Man. He disappears and then brings back down. Reading the comments here.
Oh no, but I was saying in the sense of I'm always still look at it as take what the defense give you, and I'm just gonna roll with that, because there's always more than one. It's way too many ways now to make money than it's ever been in my lifetime. Even though you may see companies trimming the fat left and right, well, these were all these made up jobs when COVID hit.
Yeah.
So now they're getting rid of all those made up jobs.
Even before COVID hit it.
And now you got to have the skill set to get the jobs
That's
what they had in the beginning in 2019. See, this is all just the reset. And then even with the rideshare, skill is the big part of you making money. It's the timing.
100%. I agree.
It's the timing.
Learning your craft.
Right. And Carry My World said it best. It's all about budgeting. 9 to 5s will keep you at a cap. He is right about that. That's where my channel comes in, that I'm working on, because when you have your day job and then you get a little what we used to say a crappy night job, but at least it's paying every week, and then you got your little side hustle gigs on the end, you just add all that up and then you pay all your bills and you see how much you got left. If you're putting too much money towards one thing and it's really not that important, you might want to think about getting rid of that part so you can keep more money in, because that's the only way you're going to make money ever, when it's bringing more in, less going out. That's how you make money.
I love what Silver Fox had to say. He said yesterday was garbage. I had to lower my standards today, like Eddie, after everything.
Hey, I have to give Eddie credit. I mean, what he was saying was like, what? But no, I had to do the same thing.
Yeah.
Oh, and and here's the thing. I will give you this, Thomas. You were right when you said we kind of have to adapt. I've been thinking of some different ways to approach things. And I'll just say this: I had a private client. I had a private today, so it's my only job that I did today was my private. I didn't even trade any stocks or options because I had to. I had stuff to do, so I said, you know what? Because when I'm trading, the one thing that messes you up is when you have too many things going on. You want to be sitting, relaxed, thinking about what's going on, reading news. And today we had some. We were waiting for a decision from the Federal Reserve. And I'm like, okay, you know what? A lot of stuff's gonna happen. So let me just go do this job that came up at the last minute, because it's a bird in the hand. And the customer explained to me, hey, listen, we knew about you before COVID, and then we just forgot, and we were like, oh wait, we found a receipt. And we were like, oh wait, are they still in business? And then we called you up because it was a referral, and we called up my guy, and yeah, we're still here. Oh, hey, yeah, we'd much rather use you than use an Uber or Lyft. My pastor literally told me that they had an Uber reservation that they canceled. So I'm like, I literally was trying to like bust out the red carpet for this. It was an older man and his wife, and they were going to go on a cruise tomorrow, but I took them to a hotel in Miami because they're not going on the cruise just yet. So I just thought I said, hey, listen, you let us know whenever you need us, and we're here for you. Boom, 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 the whole 9 yards. So I'm definitely working like how Brandon says he's working on his privates. I'm definitely working on getting more privates and getting more privates to remember that I exist, because 60% of my business was private before COVID. I was almost completely off the apps before COVID. So
Right.
because I already saw the writing on the wall back then when I was XL only. So imagine I went up in vehicle and I really shouldn't be surprised with the things I'm seeing. But the thing that kills me is when I'm seeing it on the lower levels. Like when Nick tells me, "Yo, I'm on X right now and I'm not getting anything," my heart
Yeah.
breaks, man. I'll be on the radio like, "Oh my gosh, like what can I say to my man?"
Right.
I'm in Brickell getting no X
grinding.
requests. I'm like,
Yeah.
Yeah, Brandon.
I'm
Where's
dead.
Where's Brandon now? What was that?
Right.
What was that? Omar, you were where? Getting no requests on what?
No. That's Nick. That's when Nick
Yeah,
says
I
it.
was
I'm
in-
sitting. That's my reaction. I'm dead AF
But
when he
hold
says
on.
that.
But hold on. But you have said the same shit. I'm
Mm-hmm.
down in Brickell, man. Ain't nothing happening here. I'm not getting any requests. What the? God damn it! Look, all right, time to get out. Little Fanny, got to get a cash ride out of here. I gotta do my
Right.
thing. Hold on.
Right. I've been adapting.
But-
I've been
But
adapting.
that's my point. That's my goddamn point. You know what?
Yeah.
Jesse Ventura used to be the governor of Minnesota. He
Yep.
was the first independent governor of Minnesota. And you know what? I remember an interview he said one time, and he said, and I quote, "I went in and I told the left side what I wanted and the right side what I wanted. And then I waited for 3 months until they met me in the middle." And that's how I feel with you, Omar. I said something 3 months ago, and today you just met me in the middle. I love you, man. I love you, buddy.
That's what's up.
Okay.
From the heart.
Good.
Yeah.
No problem. Kiki, do you love? Oh, wait a minute. I got to get up and dance, huh? Kiki.
Oh no.
Oh,
Put me on timeout. I'm on timeout. No.
No.
Damn it, I'm putting you all on timeout now.
Yo.
Everybody's on timeout now. Now, it's my show. It's my show if I wanted to. Now, let me bring everybody back because I can do a show.
Oh shit.
It's my show. I can cry if I want to.
What is seen cannot be unseen. You see? I go back to my opening statement. Are you not entertained?
Are you not?
Are you not
entertained?
entertained?
Right.
Guys, I tell you, you know, and I'm looking forward to a lot of things, but right now I got to do this. I got to take care of business. Let me take care of a little business right here. Listen, y'all, if you guys are interested in ride, share, gig apparel, t-shirts, know your worth. Just gig with it. The gigpreneur. I'm not going to tell you where gigpreneur came from. Anyway, I need you to go ahead and scan this code with gig with it. Kyle, he's in the chat right now. Kyle, shout out. He is now the official
Yeah.
sponsor of the Rideshare Garage, and
Official now.
he's a sponsor of the other thing too, y'all. I know y'all don't know what I'm talking about, but he's a sponsor of the other thing too. I'm going to show you right now what he's a sponsor of. He don't even know it yet. He owes us all shirts. You don't even know it yet.
Oh, I know it.
You don't even know it yet, and he owes us shirts already.
Shirts.
It's a new association, people.
Yep. Hey, if y'all didn't know, now you know. He is now the official sponsor of Tesla Rideshare. If y'all ain't here, make sure y'all sign up. We're dropping the first video tomorrow. We're dropping the first video on the Tesla Rideshare channel, and we hope everybody will come through. But go ahead and give a gig with it. Big shout out to him. Kyle, we want our shirts. That's all I'm saying. I'm gonna put the link in the description below, and everybody can enjoy this. Anyway, okay, that's done with that. Y'all take it away.
Vinny. So I'm just gonna say one thing. Somebody said here, you know, Department of Labor sets minimum wage for the country. Jobs pay what the market allows. That's not right. The jobs should pay what the market calls for. We should be a free market industry.
Right.
Regardless of the industry, no rate card means that more drivers there are, the less we all get paid. I got news for you.
That's incorrect.
Uber's keeping their margins. So if we have a rate card,
100%.
they're going to that. It's not like they're going to pay us more. They're going to
They're going to pay us up to the line.
And they're going to pay us up to the line. Yeah, and we're going to go back to what Nick said. It's going to be you have to sign in. It's going to be we have to limit the thing. They're not going to allow all of us to be online earning that rate card. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
So it's actually
every time you start talking about a raise or anything like that, they're going to look at you sideways, like, "Well, this is what you agreed to make.
This is what you get.
Yeah, this is what the law says we have to pay you, so we're not going to increase anything.
We are complying with the law.
Right.
It's a wrap. It's a wrap.
That's the same conversation that we have with the shares.
And then here's the thing too. It's a little bit of an angle of for everybody or for the individual.
Mm-hmm.
For the collective or for the, and I think when you look at it that way, everybody gets nothing.
Interesting.
Yeah.
The market sets the rate. Always, the market sets the price on everything, regardless, whether it's labor, whether it's pricing on a gallon of milk, whether it's rent in your apartment complex, whether it's your mortgage rate, whether it's your down payment. The market always sets the price all the time. And so they want to control the market, which is what they've been trying to do the last freaking 3 years in this current setup of our government. This current iteration of our government has done nothing but control the market. And I go back to my original point. The more they argue, the more they fuss and fight. You go on Twitter, Thomas, you live on Twitter. Bro, the more they fuss and fight on Twitter. If a fucking congressman's got enough time to sit there and write a fucking tweet, his bitch ass or her bitch ass needs to be on the damn congressional floor arguing for what we need. They got too much time on their hands if they can sit here and tweet all this bullshit out every day.
Right.
And they make a lot of money with no term limits.
Exactly. And the more they do that, the less work gets done. What happens with us? Oh, we're still waiting. We're still waiting. We're still waiting. I'm hurled in my fucking balls waiting for them to make a decision. I'm just saying. That's the truth.
Yes, sir.
That's the truth. Sorry, Tony. I'm explicit tonight. I don't mean to be, but I don't apologize for it. Anyway.
But you just did.
Yeah, because it's Tony. Tony's
got him.
Guy, bro. Tony's one of the good guys. Listen, I have never heard Tony outside of his language, okay? I'm just saying. I've never heard Tony. What was that old comedian's name? Vic Benedetta? Remember Vic Benedetta? Was that his name?
I don't know.
I'm telling the Italian guy from New York. Hey, your mother's ass. You guys don't remember this? Oh my God, he was a hit on Facebook. Oh, wait a minute, Facebook. Y'all too young for Facebook. Okay. Richie Berger in the chat. He knows who I'm talking about.
Of course, because this person must be from like the 1920s. I don't know.
Oh shit!
God damn. Birds was flying around in 1920. Oh my God. Well, listen,
Vinny, I got kids.
Oh, God.
I got 6 kids. It's not like I've never heard of any bad language.
Yeah, but I mean, I try to. I try to. I try. See, I got my thing with me today. You know what I mean? I try.
Right.
Hey, is it slow for? This is the one question I wanted to ask. Is it slow for like delivery work as well? Because I know that we've been so focused on like on rideshare, and we haven't heard from Red and anybody else. But yo, how are deliveries? Because when Steven, you came on the radio and said, oh, the chime or the alert is different. So I immediately turned my app on and I turned everything on. Deliveries X, listening for it to see if it was different, and it didn't sound different down here. But man, these orders that came in, $2 and something. Oh man, it's so painful that I'm like, I can't. I'm like, you know what? I got to stop ordering Uber Eats because I don't tip enough. Because I'll be tipping like 40%, and I'm like, that's still not enough. Oh my gosh. Oh.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that on Uber Eats, the people that don't have rideshare, they get prioritized. Because I have an Uber Eats only account, and I get way better orders on that than I do on my rideshare account.
When I turn on only food deliveries and turn everything else off, it's like my app changes. It shows different stuff on the map, better places, like where high demand places are for food deliveries.
Yeah, but our Uber Pro works different because there's no acceptance rate requirements on Uber Pro for Uber Eats. and theirs is kind
I
of
don't-
like
yeah.
Lyft.
I don't
Where
have
it's
any
by the
acceptance
month.
requirements.
So you don't have acceptance rate requirement on rideshare?
No, that's what I keep telling. I keep talking to Vinny and them about it. Like, I don't have any acceptance requirements.
So it's like,
Yeah, you
here,
hear this,
Lyft, we
Tony?
don't have it.
You hear this,
Well,
Tony?
anyways,
Tony and I are plotting on these new token bonuses, right?
but
And
you have to have a cancellation rate.
Cancellation, right? So,
Yeah,
so my
so on
cancellation
Uber
rate has to-
Eats, you don't have to have a canceller rate either.
Oh, okay, yeah. I have
So
a
it's easy to
Yeah,
get
you
to
just have to hit the
Diamond if
points.
you're an Uber Eats driver. Yeah, you just have to hit the points, and then I think, even though there's no like listed guarantee of prioritization, I think there is though.
Probably.
Yeah, delivering food is fine up here. It's busy as heck on DoorDash right now.
I don't do food delivery,
Yeah.
Thomas. When I
I
come,
know you don't do food
when I
delivery.
come to you next week, I am not doing.
Please come by, my brother. Please.
Well, are we saying that it's busy or is it not busy? That's what I was
It's
saying.
busy. It's
Is it?
busy for DoorDash here.
I
Wow.
think food delivery is more busy than rideshare in Denver. Well, at
Somebody-
least the
Well,
part
I
of
mean,
Denver I
so-
work.
I can tell you that generally when it's busy on rideshare, it's better on food delivery. But I haven't done it recently. In the last couple of years, that's how it's been. So
Well, I mean, I hope the food delivery people are banking then, because, like I said, I look at some of these orders and I think to myself, so this is just, includes expected tip, and I'm going, so they're just working for tips, and I thought to myself, all right, I got to start just driving to the restaurant and getting it myself, because, like, for me to tip these people out properly, like what I would want to make, which is like $20-$30 per freaking order, yeah, I'd be paying $50 to $60 for one bowl of food or something like that. I might as well just drive my happy ass there. That's a full tank of gas. I might as well just stop being lazy and drive to the restaurant. So this is ridiculous,
Omar,
but more power to them.
what you would want, I'm sorry, Omar, what you would want is more like catering orders. That's more so what you would want, because like the $20, $30 delivery is income. I mean, you do have the rare ones, but like if you go out there, you turn on DoorDash, it's probably not gonna be like that.
Yeah, the one catering service that we have, I forget the name of it, because I think Tony told me about it or Eddie told me about it. I call Eddie Senor Emotional Theft. Where is he today?
You talk about deliver that.
I'm like, bro, I don't know where he's at, man.
I signed up for one of these apps. I don't know who, and I'm on a waiting list for a number of apps right now. So
Yes,
because there's Deliver That, Zipty.
Yeah, that might be it. Deliver that. That might be it.
Okay.
One of these
Deliver
catering
That's
apps.
a little harder to get something on that. You have to have the app up like all the time.
Jesus.
And then like Delivered will send you orders directly to your account, but some of them suck. But a lot of them are good. It's just a matter of getting 10 orders in, and then you get access to better orders.
Yeah, I mean, so the thing about food delivery also that we haven't really talked about is that they lowered the base pay, at least on DoorDash. So
yeah,
the
Uber Eats too. Uber Eats used to be UberX pay.
So, I mean, it's busy. It probably
Uber Eats
busy.
base pay is lower than DoorDash's. Like I've seen base pays like $1.17 on Uber, but I got tipped like $70. So.
All right, listen. I just texted Eddie. I said, "Hey man, we're waiting on you for that OnlyFans." He says he's a little tired. I said, "Okay, no worries. Get some rest. Jerking off all day isn't easy."
Oh shit!
I was gonna say working the pole works you out, but okay.
Right.
Probably the same thing, right? Probably the same thing.
So hey, I walk 7 miles. I'm here. God damn it.
Well, I remember on the live that he said that he was getting a lot of conferences. So this is conference season for him.
Oh, he'll be all right. He'll be all right. I mean, I get it. He's yeah. Where to Lamar's show? Where do you guys see what I wear on Lamar's show at 1:00 p.m. on the midday live with Eddie and Vinny? I got something for his tired ass. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be right in the break room laughing. People gonna be like, "What the hell is wrong with that guy?"
I probably won't even
Mind your business. Mind your business.
mind you. Oh my God. I tell you, but it is slow. It is slow here. I don't know, man. Food delivery, I've never gotten into it, bro. I don't know. I just don't want to be bothered with somebody's food. And the fact that you got to find parking, get out your car, walk up 5 steps because the elevator's broken, drop the shit off at the door, right? And then walk all the way back down to find out you got 2 tires missing on your ride. Now you got to call fucking AAA to get your ass to the next McDonald's to grab that Big Mac. This shit don't work for me, man. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I cheat a little bit doing the food delivery because we got so many those car toppers for Pizza Hut. So I would take one and stick it on the car and do the DoorDash with the Pizza Hut shirt on. And people leave my shit alone.
That's smooth. That is smooth.
I done left the car running. I'm upstairs on like the 13th floor.
That's smooth.
I'll be like, if you're gonna take it, take it.
To add to all that, right? To add to what Vinny said, just imagine we're here in South Florida. Imagine like everywhere else where it's snowing or
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Yeah, allegedly I'm getting snow here on
you know, like
Saturday.
the temperature is negative something.
Yeah.
Tony, what's the temperature in Denver today, my brother?
Oh man.
It's negative 30.
Oh
Oh.
shit.
Oh my.
No,
Oh.
it's not. I'm just lying because I don't want people to come here. It's cold AF over here.
We can respect that.
Whoa, Tony, watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. Don't say Tony. Don't say cold AF. Don't you say
Cold
AF.
as freezing. I can't say cold as freezing.
Okay. Yeah. Lisa, I got him under control, Lisa.
Right.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I got Tony under control. The bearded driver in the rideshare game. I got him under control.
I give Tony his flowers. That dude is out there every day, almost all day.
No matter
It
what.
pop up on my phone.
Hey, come April, it's gonna flip. I'll tell you that much. I'm working less and making way more.
Yeah.
Well, listen. We wish you the best of it too, because
Yes,
I think come April, May, June, down here in South Florida, you think they're crying now? You think they're crying now? Just wait. When this summer hits around, bro, man. I mean, we're all gonna be there at Walmart talking about welcome to Walmart.
Right.
Listen.
Welcome to Costco. I love you.
I'm gonna be sitting at the cruise port like I'm waiting for my long lost lover coming from war.
Yo. Listen, we might not even get to spring break, Vinny. I mean, seriously, forget April. Forget April. Miami Beach imposing all kinds of shit right now, dude. We might get. Nobody might not even come down here for spring break, man.
Well, that's why I was telling Omar last week. I said, hey, we got Survivor Series up here in Tampa. You can come up here and get some of this money.
That's exactly what's going to be, Survivor Series.
But you know what? This is what happens, right? So, like, and I think we mentioned this, Thomas, last week. I think you know, one or 2 days, I mean, that doesn't make a week.
Right.
Or doesn't make a month. All right, you get like we're gonna have what do we got coming up here? What do we got? Ultra coming up. Then we're gonna have F1 out, right? But after other than those three major events, we don't have shit else. Oh wait a minute, and Tortuga,
Right.
okay. Other than those 4 major events, there ain't nothing big in South Florida until next football season.
Yeah.
We they're talking about trading Jimmy Butler, which aggravates the F out of me because I'm like, yo, he is the Heat. Like, you can't trade Jimmy Butler. Like, that's a crazy even discussion to even fathom. So, but putting that aside, yeah, we Miami's got to turn it around like now in order to make the playoffs, because that would be the other thing that we could have. We need another magical
4
run.
events. That's what we got. We got 4 events, probably a total of 4 events. I give them 3 days each.
And then we gotta hope the Panthers still stay in it, because the Panthers are doing well. So let's hope that continues. And
Right.
But this is what I mean. You can't just
Same thing with the
guys in
Lightning.
LA, right? The guys out in LA, they're talking about Coachella, right? And Stagecoach. At least that's a week-long event, right? So you get a couple weeks out of it, you can stack a little cash.
Mm-hmm.
But when we talk about rideshare and we talk about market dictating rideshare, and not just rideshare now, talk about food deliveries, that's going to be the next thing that gets punched in the face.
Mm-hmm.
People used to feed their families, and this is no slight on nobody. We all do what we got to do. My family did it when I was a kid. Used to feed us out McDonald's because of the dollar menu.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you ate.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
You remember the what is it? The 32-cent cheeseburgers and
29 cent hamburgers.
25.
They used to have the hamburgers for 25 cents.
Yeah, from McDonald's when they were doing Wednesdays. I think it was Wednesdays and Tuesdays or something, and they were doing every Wednesday and Tuesday or Thursday. Wednesday, yeah. They cheeseburgers on one day. Yeah, there you go. Tuesday was hamburger. Yeah.
Right. That was
I remember my dad digging between the chairs to find coins to go get burgers. Yeah.
You don't have that now.
You used to have like 10 burgers. Oh my God.
You just don't have that now. You don't have a dollar menu. So it's a lot of families out here. And when they can't afford to go to DoorDash or Uber Eats to order their food, and drivers want to know why they're only making $1.50 base pay. The market always dictates your worth, bro. You don't dictate your worth. You can know your worth. It's okay to think you know your worth, but at the end of the day, if you choose to turn on those apps, your worth is decided by the market, not by the apps. It's decided by the market. So, I mean, there's so much going on, dude. I'm not trying to be negative about it. This is why I said the pivot was down. This is why I say the pivot is down. Start grinding now.
Yeah.
Start grinding now. Be in front of it, not behind it.
Behind it. Yep.
Because by the time you come back down here with us mere peasants, do you know, do you guys know I have not driven my truck one time in the new year?
No, I haven't driven my truck
since New Year's Eve. I haven't driven my truck since New Year's Eve. Omar wants to go away. I don't know why he wants to go away.
No, I could have sworn you had switched. You were using.
I have not driven my truck since New Year's Eve. I have been in the Tesla every single day.
That part I ain't mad at.
I'm over $300 in savings in fuel for the month of January.
Yeah.
It made the same money. That's a light bill. That's a cable bill. Right. Listen, y'all don't want to know what my cable bill is to run all this goddamn giga bullshit I'm running through the internet. NASA here is not cheap. NASA's hungry. It wants a lot of power in Command Central. Right. I'm just saying. The pivot is down, man. Y'all can sit there and tell me I'm crazy all y'all want, man. The pivot is down. No. The pivot is down. And like Steven, what'd you say you dropped your you brought your what you call it down?
My minimum, for the rides down. $27, and sometimes I can't even do that. Got to do 25.
Steven, you out there working Figueroa Street, right?
No, Sepulveda. Anyway, never mind.
It's Sepulveda, wrong street.
Figueroa is in the Los Angeles, downtown Los Angeles area.
Yeah, and you driving out to the border to sell your ass, bro. Come on, man. Come on, man. Stop it.
Hey, you trying to give other people my ends, bro? Come on.
Just go to the pier. and get visibility. You just go to Santa Monica and sit on the pier.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, now you get more high class work. There you go.
Then I can see him on the YouTube feed on their camera at the Santa Monica pier. I'm like, there's Steven. What did he?
This is a true statement. Alan says jobs pay what the market allows.
Yep.
That's what I'm saying. If it wasn't for the minimum wage, companies would pay even less. 100%. And that was the good thing about unions. Unions brought about minimum wage. Unions brought about overtime.
Yep.
Unions brought about vacation,
holiday pay,
medical benefits, and holiday pay. Unions did all that because that was needed then. But what unions do today is a whole different ballgame.
Yeah,
they're no longer about workers' rights. They're about political activization.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. This ain't the America where my grandmother had to work at Michigan Bell and be the switchboard operator and pulling the plug from the top one and plug it into the bottom.
That's
my grandmother did that too.
Call.
Yeah,
those days are gone.
My grandmother did it too.
Yeah, those days are gone.
Back when,
well, I can tell you that as a server
for the taxi industry.
Yeah, see, I can tell you as a server, if you work in the hospitality industry, you don't get paid minimum wage.
Nope, they do everything they possibly can. Yeah,
no, it's like $6.85 because I know we got to sign up at the job for our minimum for the minimum wage because it still shows the law until next year when the state minimum wage gets to 15. I said by the time it gets to 15, you're gonna have to change it to 20 because
and that was my point about making a mandated rate card. By the time you come up with this is the thing that's fair for everybody. And by the way, I think a mandatory rate card eliminates upper platform. Just saying, it's a de facto thing.
Yeah.
Because how can you now say, well, this luxury service of a black car service, this is how much it should cost?
I mean, because remember, I was telling you, we had it here in Tampa. They wanted the Uber drivers to be fingerprinted, just like any other contractor in the state. When you get your contractor's license and stuff like that, we were going to be no different. And I'm telling you, if they'd have made the Uber drivers and the Lyft drivers be fingerprinted, I will be still out there driving today, not working for anyone, because that eliminate the access competition.
But I never
I doubt that. But
wait, I never understood why were people so against being fingerprinted.
I have no idea. I have no idea.
I think it's an invasion of privacy.
Yeah,
I mean, but just even in corporate or there's some jobs, even their basic background check may require you to be fingerprinted.
That's exactly what he just said, because it's part of a background check, Steven.
Yeah.
If you've been fingerprinted, let me ask you a question. Your wife goes to work, she catches an Uber. Do you feel 100%? I'm not saying you specific. I'm saying as a general question.
Yeah.
Are you 100%? Do you feel like Uber and Lyft do 100% on their background check?
Of course not.
To make sure they don't have a convicted rapist. That's been just raping somebody last night, because that's what's happening.
Right. No, yeah, I don't think that they're doing. I don't think
that's what fingerprinting does.
Yeah,
they did a thing on 2020 a few years back.
Omar, I'm putting out a situation. We can have a discussion about this.
Yeah, but it's not an end-all, be-all thing, man. I've gotten into cars with dumbass drivers. Okay, I mean, seriously.
It's absolute.
I've gotten into cars with people. What have I always complained about? The number one thing I see with all fucking Uber drivers down here: no phone mount. They're driving like this.
Yes.
So tell me that the guy was fingerprinted and still drives like an idiot and gets into an accident. No.
But you wouldn't have to work for a lot of the.
Don't even say it. Don't even say it. That's not keeping us from making. You just said it yourself. I'm gonna make $1,200 this week. Okay, with all the. Don't.
Don't what? I'm just saying that it reduces the risk of you getting raped, because your cute little tush looks kind of good when you walk down the sidewalk.
Are you jealous?
A little bit.
Are you jealous?
When you walk,
That's
when
what
you
it
walk
sounds
by,
like.
I get a little,
It sounds like Vinny's like trying to attract,
I
and
get a little
it's not
twitch when
getting.
you walk
It's not
by.
coming to him. Why everybody going to
I get a
Omar?
little pump daddy twitch when you walk by. I ain't gonna lie.
Omar, stay off of A1A. I'm telling you.
No homo, bro. We're good.
I don't want to see you on Key Biscayne. I'm gonna take you out.
You know, now the next time I see Vinny at his spot, it's like I'm just gonna stay in my car. Yo, bro, where you at? I'm good, man. I'm gonna have the window up like I'm gonna have the windows up like I'm hiding from the police. Nah, I'm good. You can see my ID over here,
Yeah, you can see it straight through here. Yeah.
and here's my
The
insurance.
insurance, yeah, here.
Oh,
I don't know about you anymore, Vinny.
when I get you, bro. When I get you, bro. Oh my God. No, I needed that. I needed that laugh. Yeah. You do have a cute tush. Anyway, so I don't even know where to go from that. I don't know. Steven, it's on you, buddy. It's on you, buddy. It's all yours. Yeah.
Then here, throw it back at you.
No, Vinny.
Oh.
Vinny, I have a quick
Oh.
question on that.
Oh, Scott. What's up, Scott? You've been sitting here. You got a
Been
quick
sitting-
question on what?
listening.
Omar's tush?
Yep. So I know for a fact that Uber and Lyft don't do that well of a background check, but we put the blame fully on them instead of putting the blame on them plus the government that's running that city or the mayor that's running that city, because they're allowing those people to still walk around here. If they've murdered someone or anything, they're allowing them to come out, walk around, and then Uber and Lyft are allowing them to get a gift card, get on the app, and go do something. So it's both sides.
So I'm so glad you said that, because this goes back to the whole topic of the thing today. The whole topic of the show with the wedge and why government is full of shit when it comes to regulation. Because how many more women, how many more men got to be chopped up, raped, kidnapped, shot in the back of the head before they realize that we actually do matter, and that their regulation needs to be a lot stricter with check our background checks, with fingerprinting, with all of this stuff. Not that it prevents all of it, but it might prevent most of it.
Right.
Well, I agree with you, but they never act. For
Yeah.
12, 13 years, they have never acted. That's why I'll stand on what I said earlier. If when Travis Kalanick got cussed out by that driver, that shit over 100 million views on YouTube or whatever the hell it was, whatever number it was, if that didn't make them change their mind, if Christina Spaccarucci, I know I'm saying her name wrong, but the female driver in Philadelphia,
Yes.
shot in the back of the head and left in the woods, if that didn't make them, with the video's just out in court. They've been in court the last 2 weeks.
Right.
If that's not causing these politicians to make regulate these people, regulate these companies, you think wage discrimination is going to make a difference? Only because they can get in your pockets, bro. That's the only reason. It's the only reason. So I hate to be that guy, but if I'm wrong, correct me.
Right.
I want a solution for all these things, and it's very complicated. It's not one thing is going to do all the things.
No, I agree with that. I would agree with that. But
But
the solution has to start with more thorough onboarding for drivers. If you want the truth, in my opinion, my solution would be I need a more thorough onboarding of drivers.
Well, that needs to come from the passengers. Again, passengers have to care. They're so oblivious to I've put in the thing and I'm going to go here because they've done it 100 times.
Yeah.
Well, because they have no choice.
Like how you're gonna do it.
That's like how many times growing up, Thomas, you could probably relate to this because these other guys, they were silver spoon fed people. But when you and I had to catch that bus going to school,
Woo.
okay, when we had
I had to walk.
and I'm not talking about the school bus, I'm talking about the metro.
That
We're
iron
40
freight.
years old, and we got to catch that metro bus, right? And we didn't have
Get a transfer.
Yes, sir.
I
When they
know
wanted to
why.
charge you an extra quarter for the transfer,
Transfer, baby.
and you didn't have the quarter to get the transfer, and you had to walk the rest of the way.
Yes.
I want.
You know what I'm saying? So you got a lot of people. My point is, Omar or Stephen, Omar, you got a lot of people that are oblivious to it, that don't care about it because they ain't got no choice. They have to take that risk to get where they're going, to get to that, that $10 an hour job at McDonald's or Wendy's or Kentucky Fried Chicken or the laundromat, or they got to pick up their baby from daycare and haul ass back to their second job. They ain't got no choice.
Right.
Think about this, bro. Let me throw it back at you.
Well, that's a bigger problem than fingerprinting all of us.
100%. But no, that's the continuation of the problem. Right. What I'm saying is that person, a lot of that risk would go away if drivers had a stronger, more strict background check on them. What they do now, I don't think is strong enough.
I'll just say this too. When I'm coming home at 6 a.m., dude, you should see the line of people now that are sitting at every bus stop. I'm like,
yes. I see it. Yes. I see it. Yes.
Holy. And when I first moved here to South Florida, I took the bus from where I live to Fort Lauderdale and then connected to another bus to get me to 17th Street because that's where I used to go to college. It was on 17th Street.
College? You went to college?
Oh my gosh.
You silver spoon motherfucker.
Oh my god.
You didn't even have to fill out a FAFSA? Son of a
I did.
I did. Yeah, I did.
They sent him his college entrance exam. Pass. You're white and you're privileged.
Oh my god. Forgive me for wanting to, I don't know, expand,
I'm joking.
Your knowledge base.
Oh my god. Yeah, exactly. Jeez.
And then
we all should have been shoveling ice like fucking Vinny over here.
Hey, I had to do that too, damn it.
Hold on, Thomas.
My shoulder.
I walked to school in the snow in 1970.
Oh my god, not my dad's story.
He said 1970. Like he said 1970.
I had a tiger following me every day.
We got people watching this show that parents weren't born in 1970. God damn, Vinny.
Hey,
I had to walk to school that morning. It snowed in Miami that morning. January.
Uphill both ways.
Only time it's ever snowed in Miami.
I was just about to say that was the only time it ever snowed.
The only time it ever snowed, and I had to walk to school in it.
Yo, like I didn't grow up in Brooklyn and had to do the same shit.
But I was in Miami, bro, not in Brooklyn. You guys are used to it. We ain't used to that shit.
Yeah, I was used to it. In fact, I had my dad coming in. I had my dad kicking my door in at freaking 6 a.m. Didn't I tell you to shovel the goddamn driveway? Oh boy.
When the blizzards
get out there, yep.
We used to have those blizzards
while being chased by dogs. No, bro, I was always good with dogs. It was the damn cats I didn't like. I hated them fucking cats. Anyway, we're way off topic tonight.
I know.
Oh man, but let's do some good stuff, man. How about doing some good stuff? Let's do some good stuff. Come on, Nick, give us something good.
Damn.
Something good.
Okay.
Show's over.
I woke up this morning. That's it.
I'll give you guys something good.
Hey, Scott, how's things going for you out there in LA, bro? Are you noticing a slowdown at all, or is your business doing good?
So, business-wise, it's like I have a few clients that every week I pick up and everything. So it keeps me busy. It's just a little bit slower on Uber and Lyft when I'm on it. And like right now, I'm just waiting for a client to get done with dinner. But Uber and Lyft, like on the weekends, it's busy just because it's the weekends. If it's during the week, Monday through Thursday, you have to wake up really early to get like a few rides and then come back out around 4:00 to get the afternoon guys that want to go to dinner. So I would say it's all right. It's slow, but it's all right.
Really early, like 3 a.m., right?
Like 4:30.
Yeah, right.
Mhm.
Yep, you got
Yeah,
it.
I know why he said that. Fuck you, Omar.
But we're
Yeah, I tried to get up early. I called myself getting up early yesterday to try a morning shift. That didn't work out too good. I'm gonna tell you how bad it was, Scott. I got 2 requests to go down to Miami from where I was at.
Mhm.
Both of them were well over an hour travel time. One of them was at $30. One of them was at $31, of which I had a $5.75 attachment surge on it. So we didn't take either of those into the traffic. And I got so pissed off that I told these guys on the radio, I am not going home empty-handed. I took some bullshit ass $26 reservation ride, $28, and they didn't even fucking tip, bastards. Bastards.
Dang.
But
Yeah.
That's not the best part. You couldn't get inside the fucking property.
oh my God. Bro.
I was laughing my ass off, bro. I was like, yo, Vinny's fucked, bro. Vinny's so
I
done,
am
bro.
texting, I am like losing my shit on this guy, right? And I'm like, motherfucker won't answer the text messages. It's got a gated code. It's got a gate code I got to get through,
Mhm.
right? And I'm sitting there, and then there was a Spanish woman in front of me, spoke no English, because she get out and she's pointing at her phone, talking about and I'm like, ma'am, I'm sorry, I don't speak Spanish, I can't help you. And then she's pointing at the gate code thing, pointing at her phone, and looking at me like I can help her. I'm like, I can't help you. So we're going around and around and around because cars are coming in behind me. Finally, this motherfucker, and I forget who it was. Somebody on the radio said that I should pull up in front of him and then cancel the trip because I couldn't get in the gate. Said I should have got pulled up right in front of him. There it was. Nick was the one. Yep, cancel right in front of him.
Do it with a smile on your face. Windows up.
Well, remember now, but he worked his way back into my good graces all the way by the time we got to the airport. He worked his way back into my good graces. I had to explain it to him, bro. Listen, this is how close you came to walking to the airport this morning because I was about to cancel on you.
Right.
And then again, first ride of the day, I had to 1-star somebody today. And let me see. Did they 1-star me back? Can they 1-star you back after you 1-star them?
They don't know, Vinny. How the fuck did they know?
Yeah, they know.
Kind of do. Yeah, they can. I mean, it's just process of elimination. They don't take any more rides, then
I would just say this, Nick. I like that. I like what you had to say because me, I was like, I'm gonna stay on busy because I was getting ready for the market to open, even though I was laughing my ass off, and I was like, I would have walked into the property. I would have walked right in, right by. I would have got to the point where it starts the timer, and I would have just waited the timer out. Oh, it says you're here. Hello, you're here. When they do that at like 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2. Walked right back outside, got in my rented Tesla, and drove the fuck home.
Yo,
You couldn't let it go. You just had to go.
He had to do it. Hey, it's okay. That's all right. It's okay.
Shout out to my boy Buddha in the chat.
Yeah, Buddha's been killing you.
Buddha says, back when I rented my neighbor's horse to go to
Yeah, Buddha been going in.
yo.
Oh, Buddha.
There's a thing called chill. I know you're not familiar with it. Get
Yo,
some.
wait a minute. I gotta come back at Buddha here. Yo, are you old enough to even know when people rode horses in this country?
Right.
Did you have to Google that?
Right.
Well,
Did he watch an old western?
Yeah, like how did you know how people used to get around, bro?
Back when people used to take their hat off because they saw a dollar bill.
That's all right, Buddha. That's all right, Buddha. Listen, hey, Buddha.
I mean, that was so good. I'm like, you had to have an assist on that. Damn.
Listen, Buddha, I've got a new affiliate link in my description of the video I dropped today. It is for duct tape. It's Tesla duct tape. And if you get it now, you can get 2 for 1 special, bro. That clapped out fucking your daddy's clapped out Tesla. Your daddy's clapped out Tesla. Anyway.
Benny,
Oh
can
my
we
God.
pay the bill?
Cold-blooded.
Huh?
Can you put up the ebooks MBU is talking about his tip?
Oh, sure. Yeah, I can do that. I can do that. Let's go.
Them ebooks
So
help.
here's Kiara's ebook. I'm gonna go through them real quick. Kiara's ebook, upper left-hand corner, you can see it. That is her ebook. If you really got to get into food delivery, now listen, I haven't spoken to Kiara in probably 6 months. I have no idea if I hope she's doing well.
Right.
I mean, she just kind of disappeared. Last time I spoke to her, her dad was having some medical issues, and I haven't heard from her since. But she's still my girl, no matter what, and she'll always be a treasured member of the Rideshare Garage. She is an OG.
Yes,
That
sir.
ebooks for her Uber Eats is phenomenal. It is a phenomenal book.
That book paid for my trip to Ecuador for 3 weeks
tell you.
off that book.
I'm trying to tell you, like if you're in the food game, if you're in the delivery game, everything she talks about in that ebook is spot on.
Yes.
All right, the next one is Eddie's $100,000 a year ebook. I don't even know why I'm putting it up because I'm too tired to come on here and explain it to y'all. But listen, he's right. He rode the pole. He rode the pole today, so we're going to give him a little bit of a break. His $100,000 ebook, simple strategies to get you going. What else did you want to bring up? Oh, and the Gig With It apparel, gigwithit.com. Get all your rideshare apparel. There you go. What else did you need?
Just because MBU said that he was talking about Uber Eats tips and tricks, and obviously we know Kiera did a whole ebook on how you should strategize.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God! Look at this! Look at it! Gigging with Buddha, bro. Vinny is real life history book, bro. Older than the Bible at this point.
Damn. Damn. I mean, I would. Damn. Buddha hasn't met Richie because Richie is actually older than the paper in the Bible. So yeah.
Yeah, true. And I only uses cap locks.
Buddha, I'm not happy with you right now, buddy. I'm putting myself in timeout, so I don't. Yeah.
Oh shit.
That's what you did,
Nice,
Buddha.
it was nice knowing you, Buddha. It was nice knowing you.
See you later.
Yo.
Omar, how much was that Airbnb out in Cali? How much was that Airbnb out in Cali for?
It's very affordable. Very affordable.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go. I think I want to go to Cali all of a sudden. I think I might need to go to Cali all of a sudden. Yeah. We can get a 1 day. We can get a 1 day turnaround flight, right? You can just fly out real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Go visit some people and then fly right back out and be home in time for dinner on the beach, on the real beach.
Whoa.
Just saying. I don't know. Just a thought. Anyway, what else is going on? What do we got coming up this weekend, man? We ain't got really nothing coming up this weekend either, do we? In our market. Y'all got anything coming up in y'all's market out there? Wherever y'all are?
I think we got, I'm trying to see.
Right now,
We got Gasparilla coming up here. And that's in the middle of the month. That's about the only good thing. But so far, it's going to be the hockey games now that football is over here.
So it looks like wait a minute. Hold on. Kyle, you ain't gonna like me. Kyle says he rode in a Waymo today. Were you and Sergio holding hands when you guys rode in that Waymo?
Oh, Lord.
That's what I want to know. Kyle, were you holding hands with Sergio when you rode in the Waymo today? Because I hear in those cars they doing in the back seat. I'm just saying.
You know, it's funny, right? Our whole conversation today, in a way, was a waste of time because once Waymo takes over, they ain't, who cares about legislation and minimum pay? I mean,
thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand the chaos now in the wedge? Do you understand Uber and Lyft are playing the long game and everybody else is just in it for the ride? Man, oh man. I'm seriously. I know this last half hour has been bullshit and boring, but I'm seriously going into.
So then he had to go charge his Tesla, his rented Tesla. So he could wake up tomorrow late
Wow.
Oh, damn.
and get right back at it.
And
For the brand.
going in.
The grind is real and it's not kind whatsoever.
No, it's not.
Yo, for real, man. No, none of us got events going on.
No, our gas
Nope,
gorilla,
waiting
that's
for Coachella.
February 16th. That's after the strike.
There's no events right now, but I know in March we'll have the Expo West will be here again, and that's 100,000 people that come to Anaheim.
Man,
Ah, cool.
you know, it's starting to look like whatever it is, there's like a lack of spending, and maybe events and tours and concerts, things of that nature. There's just whoever it is that puts these things on, they're probably saying, "Yeah, let's cut down on it," because it affects all of us.
Well, you'll know as
people need a reason to take a ride, and
I mean, you think about it, Omar. As the year goes on, when we hit that slow turn, it's gonna kick back up because you're gonna have these RNCs, these DNCs, these conventions and stuff going on everywhere. This is election season.
Right.
It's gonna get very interesting.
Right.
The summer, we already know down here in Florida, we're gonna get murdered.
But are those people going to take rideshare? Because I am most likely right now at this point going to my national convention, which is in Washington, D.C., and I'm not going to, well, I don't know if I'm going to be right. No, I'm not going to be ride sharing because I'm driving up there. In Washington, D.C., yeah, it's a straight shot of 95. I'm driving up there.
Right.
Yes, I don't know.
So here's something. Silver Fox is spot on with this one. We've seen it, Omar, down here. Big events at the stadium, like with Rolling Loud. They will now use charter buses to move people from different parts of the city into the event to cut down on all that traffic.
Yep.
And so now, if you're waiting at one of these collection points on Uber and Lyft, the chances of you surging are slim to none.
Yep.
And it's the only way to get any kind of rides, unless you want to sit in all that traffic at the event.
But there's another part to that. Events have been focusing all the rideshare drivers into specific pickup lots with a set bonus.
Yep.
So you got to battle that too.
Yep. We had that with Taylor Swift. We had a set bonus to pick up from the stadium.
You had to pick up inside the stadium.
Yeah, every football game here at Joe Robbie Stadium, you had to walk. The rider would have to walk a mile to the 2 miles, and then that's where the extra $20 was. But you know what else happened at inside that lot? That was the only place it didn't surge.
Yeah.
So if you were on the outside, you got surge. If you were on the inside the lot, you didn't get any surge, but you got the $20 bump.
It's technically 1.8 miles from the stadium, and then you still have another whatever it is mile to walk into the actual stadium from the gate into the damn building to go up to your seats. So I will say this. For whatever reason, the last couple of games of the season, it did surge, like that Monday night game. I think they forgot to turn the thing off because they had it programmed for Sundays to not surge, but not Monday. And also, people got tired of it. People got tired of going to Lot 42. They were like, yo, I'm not going over there. People were straight up telling me I'm not going. At the beginning of the year, it was, hey, where's Lot 42? Oh, are you giving us a ride over there? I was like, I'm not giving you a ride over there. Oh, well, where is it? I'm like, it's a 2-mile walk. Oh, okay. And then at the end of the season, it was like people were coming up to me like, yo, can you take me? Because I'm not walking over to that lot. What do I do? And I was giving people instructions. I was like, if you want to request it from right here. Call the driver and be like, hey, are you here? Are you near me? Will you pick me up off the street?
Yeah.
And then the next person that would come, until I got my ride. But people did not want to walk there anymore. It got to a point. It does get to a point. But still, to Steven's point, that doesn't always necessarily mean the same thing, right? Like we have that one dedicated lot for that one location, but if you have an event maybe once in February and then the next time you have it is in May, people are not going to remember about that long walk or whatever the discomfort is to getting a rideshare. It's going to be watch, rinse, repeat. So the football season in one regard worked out to where after people getting beaten ahead so much, they were like, yo, I'm not walking all the way over there. And this heat and this humidity and Nick, you've been inside there. You saw the frustration that people had. Like, why did I come all the way over? I can't even get a ride. They walked over there and they still could not get a ride.
Yep.
So I want to address this question. How is Uber Lyft going to maintain these Waymo cars? Well, I don't think Lyft is in bed with Waymo yet, but I know Uber is. Who's filling them up? Are they just going to outsource it to Waymo? Wouldn't that mean Waymo would have to scale up a lot? Yes, 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 and yes. But here's the thing. You know who's got this on lock? This is why I say, man, now this is completely pulling some bullshit out my ass. I still think Tesla buys Lyft for nothing more than the app. Forget the data. It doesn't need the data. Just wants the app. Because Elon is now, everybody knows what's going on. If you guys don't know what's going on with Elon, there was a court that just said his 2018 completely approved by shareholders salary was null and void. How the hell that happened? That's the first I've ever seen that shit. From a guy who only had 9 shares of Tesla stock in 2018 at like $20 a share. One guy, anyway, don't get me started. Anyway. Tesla's got the right idea for their robo-taxi. They've already got the cars. Mm-hmm. It's the car that's sitting out in the garage, in the street, in the parking lots. It's Nick's Tesla, Steven's Tesla, my Tesla.
No, it's
right?
Rental or otherwise. Coming out with the Model 2.
Yeah. So what will happen is Tesla will come to us and say, hey, how would you like to rent your car, make some money? We'll pay you XYZ to rent your car out, and your car is going to self-drive its way where it's got to go. It's going to do some rides, and then when it's about low on charge, it's going to come back to you. And the person who owns the car is going to make $40-$50 on the day. And guess what? Problem solved. Waymo, I think Waymo's full of shit. Those Volvos are $120,000 a piece. Like you say, who's going to fill them up? Who's going to maintain them? We already seen this with GM, with Cruise. Right? With Cruise, it's more than just that one accident in San Francisco. There's other reasons why they're off the road. So we already seen with Uber, Hertz, and Teslas, because Hertz don't pull maintenance anyway. Their fleet, they keep cars 2 years and they get rid of them. Everybody thinks it's just because it's maintenance. That's not what fleet services do. Rental cars, Hertz, Enterprise, all of them, they flip their cars every 2 years. It's what they do. And guess what? They've been renting out these damn Teslas for 2 years now. Again, it's another misleading fucking story by the media because it's another way to drag Elon down. 2 most hated men in the world, Elon and Trump. I don't know what to tell you. Anyway, that's what I see there. So
and so I'll just to add to that, we've come full circle now. And what do I mean by that? Right? How is Waymo going to keep people in the cars? Very simple. They're going to pick Vinny up at 1st Street. They're going to pick Omar up at 3rd Street. They're going to pick Steven up at 5th Street. They're going to drop Vinny off at 10th Street. The bus all over again.
All over again.
We come right back. They'll do shared rides, and they'll accept every ping because there's no driver. It'll all be figured out. Yeah, in fact, it might not even be on demand. It'll be you have to put it in 5 minutes ahead of time. You get what I'm saying? And then it'll just be calculated like in real time. Just
yep. Bang, 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 bang.
So it's not that one person. It's not that one person's going to get a vehicle for themselves. No, it's going to be.
Do we have anybody from Vegas here?
It's just going to be a new bus. That's all it is. That's all it is. We've literally circled right back where we started when it comes to transportation.
Is it? Oh, Brandon's back. Where's he at? We don't see him in the chat though. Isn't Argo operating in Vegas right now? I think it was Argo or Arlo or Arvo, self-driving car. They have their own specific lanes on the strip, or they're from the convention center to the airport in Vegas.
Well, I know they have Elon's tunneling thing there.
Yeah, but there's a self-driving car company out there in Vegas. They've been operating for a few years out there, and they drive on they're actually true autonomous vehicles, but they have their own lane. Like they don't share traffic with anybody else. So I don't know. I can't remember. Steven, you didn't see anything like that when you're out in Vegas?
Nope. But yeah, I didn't see anything like that.
I think I know what you're talking about. It's I don't think it's self-driving cars, but I think that they have their own lane at the airport.
They have their own lane, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Hmm.
That's what I thought. And they've been out there for about 2 or 3 years now. I got to get somebody in here from Vegas next week. We can talk about that. Uber is not enough to scale autonomous cars to meet the rider demand. They don't have, not to begin with, because you're not going to start in big cities. You're going to start in small town USA. You know, if you're smart, like Waymo and Waymo started on the outskirts of Phoenix, right? Then they started running around Phoenix, and now they just got permission to do highways out there.
So
there's.
You see,
go ahead.
Do you see what Kyle just said? We got to ban Kyle now. Now Kyle's out.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
So
That's what he just said.
so is he still our official unofficial sponsor?
No, he's the official sponsor now.
Yep.
I don't know.
He's working for the enemy here. Look at this.
We took Waymo to a Korean barbecue, and they had to take
And he said he felt safer as a passenger in the Waymo than the Uber driver would. Well, listen,
never mind the jokes about going to Korean barbecue and Kyle and
right. I know.
So many jokes. We're not gonna go there.
Nope. Nope.
Him and Sergio with the bibs. I could see it. Oh.
Yep. Mm-hmm. So he says he feels safer in the autonomous vehicle. One of us saying that.
Bro, have you seen some of these drivers?
Oh yeah.
Didn't I just tell you about
My
the guys
wife
in South
complains about
Florida
it all
with
the
the no with the no, holding their phones in their hands?
I had that.
And speaking three different languages.
What did he order? Did he order Uber X? If he ordered Uber X, then hey, we can't say anything about that.
I am not going to hold Korean barbecue against Kyle because he felt safer in a self-driving car than he did with an Uber driver. I'm not going to hold it against him. No, sir. Okay. He is the official sponsor.
There's a big difference between the Uber X driver and a Uber Premier / Black driver. That's all I'm going to say.
Wait. What about an Uber Comfort driver and a rented Model Y?
That's just Uber X plus 5%. You have no commercial licensing requirements. You have no specific training that you have to attend to. This is the 5% bonus pay.
And before Vinny thinks I'm kicking him in the nuts, because I am, this is actually about Brandon, who was just a rented Model Y driver, by the way, and his fancy fucking heated garage. So I didn't have the problem that everybody else in Chicago had with their Tesla.
Well, he's a rented Escalade driver too, but I'm not gonna, kick him in his nuts. I'm not gonna kick him in the balls. It's okay. It's all right.
For me,
give it time.
That's kind of tough.
I've been through 7 of my own vehicles in a year and a half. All right, give me a
7 vehicles in a year and a half, bro.
Yeah,
7 vehicles in a year and a half.
Dude, man.
And then you're all gonna knock me for starting to lease, which is the smarter decision for me because I am.
I am not, sir. I am not knocking. That's Omar.
I can afford the payments on an Escalade. It's just smarter for me because when I want to give up, I can give up and not owe $20,000.
Well, hey, that's what I say about the Tesla, but everybody thinks I'm nuts. Oh no!
Right.
Well, with having to spend $25,000 for a new battery after 100,000 miles, I don't know.
That's how little you know because they come with a 120,000 mile warranty on them for the battery pack and the motors. So there again, Mr. GM in Chicago, that the chargers don't work and it wasn't. It was a fucking.
I don't have to worry about that because I never charged at a supercharger.
Fucking Chicago people.
But yeah, I saw the video of the video that went viral where the guy mentioned that they were a bunch of dead robots. Yes, I saw that video.
It wasn't the chargers weren't dead because the chargers didn't work. The chargers was dead because the electrical grid wasn't feeding it power.
Right.
But everybody just failed to mention that part of it. And sir, it was only one set of chargers.
Oh, okay. So if we're gonna go that route, They're talking about my. I was talking about something that's related to my former job.
Uh-oh.
There wasn't actually an outage at the electrical grid. It was actually an issue with the they were the Tesla superchargers were overdrawing their power, which
You're
caused an
sounding
issue
like
with the
Biden right
local.
now, bro. You're sounding like Biden.
No. I'm trying to tell you from a technical perspective what happened was that they were overdrawing their power because they were too cold, and then it caused
2 words: made in America.
What's even a kilometer, anyways, guys? Come on.
What's a kilometer? It's two. What?
It's a metric system.
Kilometers per mile, right?
That's the American thing to say. What is even a kilometer? Shooting eagles, flags, and screaming freedom. Wow, you guys don't go out much, do you?
No.
America.
Our charges work here. We don't have that problem.
You talking about kilometers? That's a
my charger in my
thing.
parking garage has never stopped not worked. So I don't know.
What language are you speaking?
Right.
Escalade. It's Escalade language.
We
Hey,
don't
Melvin,
have to
Melvin.
put a caption under branded in a minute.
Melvin, get it
They were
right.
called
21.99 APR. Get it right.
Oh,
Vinny.
and Raymond's in the house. Raymond's going to come back in with his.
And yeah, I could have still afforded that. So hey, you can hate on me all you want, my friend.
I'm not hating. I got nothing but respect, man. 21.9% APR doing UberX. I mean, Lyft Basic. Yeah, man.
Yeah, well, I got that vehicle 3 days after. I got the vehicle 3 days before Lyft cut their surge in half.
Where's Moosa when you need him?
Brandon, you do not have to justify yourself to these gentlemen, these fine gentlemen.
I do. No, I get it. If
You don't have to do it.
if Lyft did what they did before I got the Porsche, I would have never gotten it. Straight up.
But that's why
I'm in the same space with you with my Tesla. So.
We always say never buy a car, but if you're going to do it, be smart. If you're going to do it, be smart. All right, listen, we're going to wrap this one up because it got a little stale here at the end. And to everybody out there in Chatville, I apologize for that. We usually have a couple of things going on, but tonight was basically, listen, don't get fooled by all the chaos and the talk. That's all I'm going to say is don't be fooled by all the chatter you see on YouTube from our channel or anybody else's channel. Don't be fooled. Open your eyes and look for yourself. Truly look at what they're trying to do to us. And at the end of the day, you're going to come back to what we've always said here in the garage. Get your money, work your angles, make your pivots. This shit ain't forever. And sooner rather than later, all this shit's going to be gone. We're going to have to change the whole channel.
The way that they want it.
How to flip burgers at McDonald's. That's going to be the new channel. It's going to be the burger garage.
They want everywhere.
That'll be automated.
Yeah.
God damn it, Tony.
They want it to the point where every single ride, there's going to be a driver within 1 or 2 minutes of them. That's what they ultimately want everywhere, not just in the big cities, everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what Sergio said the other time he got on.
As technology advances, it will take away
Tesla
stuff and then it will bring stuff.
Tesla is going to bury both Uber and Lyft. Unless Tesla and Uber get in bed together, which I just don't see how that happens. At least not with Elon. Elon's not going to go for it. Now, if they remove him as CEO or whatever of Tesla, then they might have a shot. Outside of that, I do not see Elon getting in bed with a company that is exploitive as Uber is. As DEI, as WEF friendly as Uber is, I don't see it. I don't see it. Tesla will kill them all.
Yeah,
I think buy Lyft, like you said, and strip that DEI.
I think that's the right move. If I were
Just
looking,
like he did with Twitter.
Exactly. Once they figure out, we get this self-driving control, bro.
He'll troll Uber and rename Lyft X.
We see what you did there. Lyft X.
Uh,
I like that. Goddamn Tony, boy. Tony got a couple in them today, didn't he? He got a couple of F-bombs in there today. He got a couple of good jokes in there today.
Man, Tony, a OG.
Tony got it going on today, man. He must have got some new beer juice or something going on down there.
And Kyle, I know it's 3 words. I was just
Yeah.
quoting Biden like Brandon was.
Yeah. All right. If Tesla buys Lyft, it's a wrap. That's what I say. That's why I don't put any faith in Lyft. You know, this week I've gotten only 2 requests from Lyft. One was on Monday for Lux Black, and today, for some reason, they switched my app, my ride preferences all the way back to 0. So I got a Lyft request today for $3.
Oh yeah, they do that to me every time I go offline.
And so
They take me off of black only and put it on all ride types.
But here's the thing, though, Brandon. When I tell you I have been online on Lyft this week for, I'm going to tell you right now. This week on Lyft, I have been online for 9.5 hours, and I have only got 2 requests. One on Monday for $11, a little black ride that went 1.5 miles, and then the bullshit $3 Lyft ride today, and that's it.
Let me ask you this: does comparing Premier, regular Premier against Lyft Black, what pays you more? Generally, Premier?
Yeah, Premier now. Yeah,
Interesting.
oh, 100%, 100%. Dude, I've been screaming at you for months, not in a hard way, but I've been telling people for months. I don't know how many videos I got to make on it.
So how does
Black
Premier
is the new Lyft Lux.
How does Premier SUV compare to Lyft Black SUV?
Lyft Black SUV still pays more, way more than Premier SUV.
Yeah. Yep.
But the difference is well, no, I can't really say that. So, Lyft Black SUV is still the daddy, and not by a little bit.
I just got a
How about this, Brandon? Premier and Premier SUV is only about 10-12% difference.
You want to know what Black SUV here pays on Lyft per mile?
Not really.
$2.30 per mile.
That's it.
That's it.
Man, y'all like taking it up the hind parts in Chicago.
Uber Black pays more than that. Regular Uber Black pays more than Lyft Black SUV. That's how imbalanced it is here.
Well, Alan says here in LA, I only do Lyft. It's popular here, good bonuses, etc. I can't do Black though. Here's the thing: if you're not getting the bonuses, it's not going to matter anyway.
You're right.
I don't get them. I don't get the challenges or the bonuses, and I don't get none of that shit. So
we got one person in the chat who actually does drive Premier SUV and says that Black SUV pays 2 times more than Uber. So
I think it pays even more than that.
Yeah, I take his word.
That's pretty much y'all's areas like only saving grace is. Lyft Black SUV.
Yeah.
Everything else is complete ass.
Yeah. After that, I need my I need to wake up tomorrow and have my QX60 end up in Dubai.
Did you finally list it on Turo?
I'm working on it.
Oh.
And just find someone that requests it that has like a 2-star rating, and be like, yes, I'll take it.
Hold on, okay, all right, y'all. We're gonna go for our tips of the week. We can go into Fight Club after this.
All
right, we're gonna lock this one down for the night. We're gonna hop on in. Listen, if y'all guys haven't, I pinned the comment up there. Do me a favor, please. Go subscribe to the Tesla Rideshare. That's the newest channel. You will see a bunch of us there. We'll start getting content on that tomorrow as well. I want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. Remember, y'all, don't be foolish out there, man. Just ignore the chaos. Get away from the noise. Do your thing. Okay, Nick, quick, under 15 seconds. Let's go. Tip of the week.
Okay. 15 seconds. So I know everybody wants to be employees. I know everybody wants to be employees. I know everybody wants to change the hourly pay and all of that stuff. But at the end of the day, you gotta either you're gonna hire yourself or fire yourself. So when you go out there, are you hiring yourself by the rides that you're taking? Or are you firing yourself because you're just putting yourself in the hot water?
It's a good point. Good point. It's a good point. All right, Omar, 15 seconds. Let's go. I see you pen in your hand. I'm afraid of that.
Like I've said before, if there's a glitch in the app, like we did have a glitch where people with the Apple phone couldn't log on to Uber. Maybe it was just our market. I don't know, but it did surge.
Yeah,
So like, if
was
there's some weird glitch one night and it's like, holy crap, drop everything you're doing, go out there and you work, and don't complain. Oh man, I've never gotten so many XL rides in my Plymouth before. Don't complain. Do not complain. I don't want to hear it. You better make 800, 900. You better make 1,000. Talk about 1,000 a week. You better make it in that day. Okay,
You
because
better
let
smoke
me
that
tell you,
crack. You better smoke that crack and not stop.
because let me tell you, down here in this market, I don't know about everybody else's market. Some markets are now coming into their busy season. I hope your busy season is busy. I don't want to hear no complaining when it's not busy. Let me tell you, this is going to be a very challenging. This is shaping up to be a very challenging year.
Yep.
So make as much money as you can now to survive the hard times.
That's it. That's it. All right, Thomas, what do you got?
Oh boy.
Oh, that sounds like 30 seconds.
Hey, it's if you take trash, it's your own fault. That's all.
Vinny?
You know, because
Don't say Vinny.
Yeah, because you'll go viral like this goofball I saw today for this DoorDash. Don't be an idiot, man. If you see already that the order doesn't have a tip, then don't take the order at all. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do.
All right, Tony.
You know that's a meme. It's like if somebody's riding in the back of an Uber and like you hit a bump, they go on YouTube. Yo, I almost died today on Uber. Oh my god, let me tell you about this driver. It's like, oh my god, people are just going crazy. Look what Uber did to me today. Yo, this is your fault. Like what Thomas just said.
Right. It's your fault.
Tony, what do you got, buddy?
Just stay driven.
There you go. That's, you know what, goddammit, that's the best.
Damn, marketing right there, man. Good marketing right there. He just slid it in there, man. See? There you go, man. I feel like an entrepreneur, man.
Steven, what do you got, buddy?
Just because you might accidentally accept or you accept a bad ride doesn't mean you need to hold on to it. Don't be afraid to use your cancel button.
Oh, yes.
Ooh.
If you're not canceling, you're not making money. Yeah.
Ooh, you guys are making Omar so bro. Omar.
We're just getting them. We're priming him for you.
Hey, I just got a push notification from Lyft. It says riders are heading home. Tap to go online and make the most of the evening rider demand. Going home from fucking where? Okay. Go ahead, Brandon. What do you got?
Do not make gig work your full-time job.
Hey.
It's make it do how like I used to do it before I became a complete idiot, and do it during rush hour and nights and weekends. I was making very good, incredible money given that during rush hour Lyft was paying like $30 to $50 surges per ride, but that's a different time. But again, I have been forced into a position where I have to do dramatic measures. If I had kept my full-time job, I wouldn't have to worry about it. I would probably still be doing like Uber Comfort or whatever. I wouldn't even be doing Uber Black. So, just find a way to get out there and resort to doing this until for part-time.
There you go. It's huge, man. It's goddamn, it's huge. Scott, my man Scott, all the way from LA.
So I would just say this: if you make $100 a day, don't feel bad about just making $100 a day, because you didn't have $100 before you started the day. Now at the end of the day, you made $100, so at least you made something. Mm-hmm. Don't be down on yourself because an app just is messing around with everyone. just be happy that you at least made something, because there's people out here that are making zero, and they're struggling. So.
Right, 100%. All I'll say is, listen. While it's nice, while I'm just going to say it like I been saying, when times are good, everybody's a hero. When times are bad, legends are made. And just because, and in Steven's case, and just because you're working hard to get that $30 an active hour number, or $40 an active hour number, or $60 an active hour number. Listen, we bust Eddie's chops, but Eddie's doing what he's got to do to survive. So even though we make fun of people losing their standards, your standard means shit when the market is telling you that ain't how it is. So, don't listen to the noise out there coming from the news and all these different channels and everybody trying to get you all emotional, man. Make your money, bro. Whatever you got to do to make your money, make your money. Just do what you got to do, right? Just do what you got to do. Eventually, you'll be better at something else, and you'll make better money. But I'm still going to say, this will be the last part I got to say about this. If you can make $1,000 a week out here, rideshare driving, bro, you're doing better than 80% of the rest of the country right now. You need to think about that. You really do, because your ego is way bigger than your ass right now. Okay.
And the other thing, Vinny, with that is that if you're making $1,000 a week, and that's not covering the bills, then you need to figure out something else.
Hells yeah.
If $1,000 a week covering the bills, you need to figure out something. Go flip burgers. Go back to college. You have a chance to go back to college now. Anything else?
Yeah, In-N-Out's paying like $25 an hour, man.
Yeah, there you go.
And we don't have In-N-Out down here.
You guys never will.
No, California gonna change the whole game.
Scott, right. You know how many people are leaving Florida?
You know how many people are leaving California?
Yeah.
And you know what? They're all winding up. Listen, Austin. Listen, somewhere between here and Austin, I'm gonna find one of the nice little towns. Ain't gonna be in Louisiana though. Ain't gonna be in no fucking Mississippi. Fuck that. And it won't be north of Tampa because that's Aryan capital of the world. And no, I don't get down like that. I like everybody. And I ain't got places shitting me nowhere. So here's the deal. Like, people are leaving Florida because rent is expensive.
Yes.
Rent here is expensive for our
the same prices as in Chicago. It's crazy.
It's insane. And our market does not pay like a Chicago.
No, that's the point.
And a New York. We don't pay like that. So, what does Florida make? Thomas, what does Florida make? We make brick. White powdery bricks. That's what we make in Florida.
There's a reason why I left Florida for Chicago.
The only thing we make in Florida are these white powdery bricks that float in the water to the shorelines, and somebody comes by and scoops them up and ships them out. That's what the fuck.
No. You get it wrong. It's real estate, finance, and drugs. It's more than just drugs.
Listen. Location. That's what we make.
It's sugar, square groupers, because that's what we call them.
And oranges.
Square groupers, oranges.
Strawberries. Ain't no strawberries. Ain't no oranges. You can't get nothing in them damn things, bro. A lot of coffee grounds, though. A lot of coffee grounds.
Oh, and sea mines from the Cuban Missile Crisis. We get a lot of them. Yeah.
Anyway, I'm glad we ended on some funny shit here because
yes,
not bad. Again, guys, hey, don't listen to the noise, man. Do what you got to do. Make your money. Make decisions based on what you need. Don't listen and think you can do what the next guy's doing. You might actually do it better, And if they're not showing receipts, if they're not showing you receipts,
right? Yeah,
doing it.
They ain't even doing it.
All right. With that, y'all, we're gonna head out. We're gonna go into we're going to the elbow room after dark. Sergio, big news coming on Tuesday. Okay.
Big news always coming on Tuesday. How convenient, Sergio.
Okay.
Shots fired.
Right.
Deactivate Brandon. Don't deactivate me. I didn't say anything mean today.
Hey, listen.
Today.
I'm just a
Peace,
quiet.
be
nothing
safe
to do
out
with
there,
it.
boys.
Yep.
Hey,
You too, Weezoom. Be
Oh.
safe, brother.
Ramon says, tip of the week, if you want great tips, put pineapples in your car. Well, down here, if you put pineapples in South Florida, it's going to mean one of two things. Either way, you might be getting some head out of it. That's all I'm saying. You better not have pineapples. All right, with y'all, with that, I am out of here. We are out of here. And we'll see y'all next week.